Russ Martin Show.
Do you mind taking a phone call there, Harold?
Well, not at all, Mr. Martin.
All right, good. Eddie would like to talk to you. Get him, Eddie.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty fine, sir. How about you?
Hey, I'm fine today. I'm kind of up in that arms at you, talking like you're holier than thou, talking about boy Russ Martin, talking about he don't need to be on the air or whatever. All have sinned and come short of the glory of God. So you're trying to say that my partner here is perfect, can't be, less than perfect or something?
What I'm saying is that if you recognize that he's not perfect, if you recognize that he's sinning, and if Mr. Martin recognizes he's sinning, he shouldn't be on the air. Saying that nobody is perfect doesn't give everybody free rein to go out and do these sorts of things.
Okay, with that right there, did you know that God was a Did you know that? Do you accept that?
That is totally uncalled for.
What are you leaving out?
I'm not leaving out anything. I was rude by
you were
3.
And you were rude at 3 when it started out, and you tried to fix it over and over.
Apologize.
Joy, if you're listening, call in, because I know John's not telling me something. I want to know what it is.
No, please don't call in.
Because as soon as she said, okay, here's why I'm mad, and you said, okay, that's not what I meant, that would have been the end of it.
No, well, it wasn't.
You hurt my feelings.
And I apologize.
You called me old.
No, I didn't. No, I said as women get older.
You like
which means
This one?
which means you're.
I don't even know what else this has. Hold on a second.
Which means you're quite young.
No, you called me old.
I didn't. You're young. You're beautiful. Obviously, you still get. I even said this. You still get carded when we go out. Obviously, you're.
That's because I don't like that.
No.
Hello. No.
That's your regular.
Hello?
No.
That's because they don't think I look old. Obviously, you think I look old.
No, I don't.
Why you call me old?
I didn't. I wish to hell I'd never said this.
This one?
Yeah.
This one?
Oh, my girlfriend's an alien. Great.
That's all I could think about last night. You called me old.
And I totally apologize if that's
I know you're going to make me cry.
Yes, I know.
Why can't it just end? Why can't you treat me like you used to?
I do. Treat you better
You
than
never called me old.
I didn't. I did not call you. I said you're beautiful, young, vivacious.
So, how come this argument ain't over?
I don't know!
Let's go.
Is that a chick on the phone?
Oh.
What is it, Crystal?
I just want to tell JD that he's working himself up too much on this because, every woman is the same. I mean, you can say something to us at one point and we'd laugh and it'd be great. And then if you could say something at another point, then we blow it out of proportion. But in her last night not talking to you, I've done that before. You just chill out, you say, okay, and she'll talk, believe me.
She'll what?
You. She'll talk to JD if she loves him. It's just something she blew out of proportion. That's what it was. I mean, that's the way it is. Women are like that.
Well, I understand that, but why is it you can't take the entire picture into consideration of look at everything else he's done, really what he said? It's not like he said, you know what? I'm not chewing on your thing anymore because it smells like the freezer shut off at Kroger. He didn't say anything like that. He said something that she had to read. She had to go out of her way to read something into it.
Well, women.
You don't hold guys responsible for crap like that. That's absurd, and that's a way that you lose a man in the long run.
Well, women, you say one thing and we're fine with it, and we laugh, and then you say one thing and we blow it out of proportion.
Well, then you guys need to be consistent on something. Either be bitchy all the time so we know what the line is, or be nice all the time so we know what the line is. But stop this flip-flapping crap.
Oh, you wouldn't want us to be bitchy all the time.
At least I would know what I'm coming home to. I don't like to gamble.
Well, JD...
Your bitches are a scratch-off ticket every time I come home.
The Russ Martin Show.
I can tell he's got something on, but I can't tell by the camera in Gavin's office what he's wearing.
I haven't seen him since he got here. His door's closed, so I haven't seen him.
My glasses.
Is it a coat?
Unless he was wearing it on his head. Maybe he went Muslim. I can't tell what it is. Trey, you're laughing, do you know?
I have seen Gavin, yes. And I don't want to spoil it. But your eyes aren't playing tricks on you.
Hello, Gavin.
Hey, what's up, Russ?
What are you wearing?
Oh, just,
Why don't you come in? Let me look at it.
Okay.
What is wrong with you?
What do you mean? Thought I'd dress up a little early and show you.
Oh, my God.
For what?
Stars game tonight. We play Columbus, and then on Thursday we play the Sabres, so we're heading into the All-Star break, and I figured team needed a little lift.
Who painted your face?
Kim, my assistant, helped me out.
Yellow face, green star. You get stars written on your chin.
Yeah.
And a kind of wig do you call that?
It's Christmas glitter.
What is
tinsel.
that?
My wig?
Yeah. What do they call it when you bought it?
Well, the Stars, they added a little kind of like a silver touch, so I wanted to add a little silver touch to my uniform as well.
That's a tinsel. It's a tinsel wig.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got on your jersey.
Yeah, look.
Spittle. Yeah.
Given to me by the Stars. Spittle. Number 1.
Anybody can order those. I think
They gave me this jersey.
You do.
Do what?
You have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yours was a gift.
Mine. You just said yours was a gift.
Yeah, well, they gave me one, but they gave me one with my name on it.
Mine has my name on it.
Yeah, but yours is kind of like a token. Mine's legitimate.
Your mother shops at the day-old bread store.
I haven't heard that one since the 70s.
Yeah.
It's legitimate. It's team apparel.
Well, so is mine.
Oh, my God.
No, I mean, you know what? You're a big personality, and so they reached out and they gave me this to wear for game time.
So mine's not legit.
No, yours is legit. I'm just saying.
Well, you were just shooting me down.
No, I'm not shooting you down. I'm just saying.
Are you upset about the day-old bread store thing?
No. I'm just saying.
Your daddy also takes our front yard.
It's kind of. It's kind of like a graduation ceremony when you get like a doctorate for showing up when a celebrity shows up or something like that. It's nice.
Have you looked in the mirror?
Yeah, I think it's great, man.
You're going to go out in public like this?
You're going to go to the game like that, right?
Yeah, I'm going to the game like this. Big game tonight. We got Columbus.
You realize you're a vice president of something?
No, he doesn't.
Well, that's like my day job, you know?
And where are we now?
No, I mean, we're in the day job. I'm just, I thought it would be cool. Prepare. Like I said, we have 2 games remaining before the All-Star break.
Yeah. What kind of paint is that on your face?
It's just a liquid paint.
Well, okay. People have gone to that since the brick paint.
Yeah, it'll come off, hopefully.
Unbelievable.
I mean, then I'll wash it, and then I'll get ready again on Thursday.
And the Stars are playing tonight?
Yeah, they play tonight.
Who are they playing? Sid Marty Croft?
That's who he looks like. Somebody from Puffin Stuff.
He's a bugaloo. It's kind of like, all right, there are members of the team that take off their pads and stuff like that, or get ready and put on their pads before, they hit on the ice. Well, this is my garb before I take on, Columbus tonight.
Trey, does anyone else dress like that at games?
Only the real dorky fans. But even that, this is over the top.
You see them at the football games, shaved heads, painted, wearing the cheese hat, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Do they do stuff like this at the Stars game?
Not really.
Not in the good seats.
I mean, they're kind of wannabes, got to be honest, when they dress up like that.
I'm sure you can spot it.
This is authentic, man. Look, Spittle, #1.
It's got my name on it.
I know, and that's a little courtesy. This is like player. Yours is like gift.
All right, witchy poo.
That's who it is.
Just saying.
You get it?
Yeah. Totally.
So you're going to be there to support them tonight?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I will be there. 7:30 puck drop. I am so ready. We had 2 huge wins. We beat Columbus, and this is like a back-to-back because we played Columbus on Saturday, tough game, and then we played Anaheim on Sunday. My man Turco was awesome, so we won 2 in a row. We're back in first place.
You sound like you're 17.
Are you going to be in your regular seats tonight? I mean, because you're right behind the team.
Oh, yeah.
Right at the tunnel.
Oh, yeah. Look for me.
And I know where JD's going. That's going to be distracting.
Yes.
That's not.
See, you think it is. It's kind of like this is my motivational lift for the team, and I totally psych out the Blue Jackets when I wear this stuff.
You smoking dope?
No, man.
You puffing on Frayed to Flute?
No. This is me. This is who I am. You got to get to know the real guy.
You've been to Lidsville.
No, quit it. Just support me. You don't understand. This team has embraced me. I'm like one.
I'm out of Sid and Marty Krofft reference.
That was plenty. That was a lot of them, yeah.
Okay.
That was most of them.
You know? It's like when they're coming, because my seats are right above when they go in and out, so I'm just like, oh, go Turk, go Otter, you know, Mikey Mo. I'm getting ready, you know.
What is it, Trey?
He's lost his GD mind.
Yes, we think you've gone quite mad.
No, I mean, you know, it's just different garb. I thought I'd just take it to the next level tonight, you know.
I can't see you from the waist down. You just wear normal pants?
Yeah, I got normal pants on for now. I'll probably switch into some more casual jeans. Gives me more ability to stretch and stuff like that.
Why don't you throw on some Punjabi pants?
Oh, that would just be silly.
Well, I just got backhanded.
More comfortable shoes. Because if I wear these shoes, like I can't get up right away, see, because I might lose my traction. So I put shoes on, they get a little more traction so I can get right up and cheer.
Hang on. Are the Stars in a playoff series?
No.
Are they anywhere close?
Well, they're in first place right now. We're almost at the halfway point.
Okay. Isn't this something you normally do as you get closer to the
big games? Yeah.
But I think this time...
And another question. Isn't this something you do right before you go to the game, not 4 hours prior?
Usually, yeah. Yes, usually. I just thought I'd put on a little... I've been getting excited. So I just wanted to put it on a little early. So that way I'm not rushing right out.
Have the Stars seen you dressed like this before? Because I never have.
No. When I went with him to the game, he was just dressed normally. Obnoxious and loud, but dressed normally.
Well, now his entire face is painted yellow with a
nice green star in
This is going to be kind of like a little surprise for them, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're going to be like a little bit, hopefully they're not too tired tonight, and then they're going to come out and they're going to just check me, and when I walk down that aisle, they're going to be like, Gavin's here, let's play. And then they're just going to go all out and kick Columbus's butt.
You look like a member of KISS with jaundice.
Us, man.
Yeah, it does.
When you're part of a professional athletic association, you need to embrace it all the way.
A Japanese Gene Simmons.
No. Why the jabs, man? Why not the support?
I support the Stars.
And we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Well, I've given up on shaking him of the...
You haven't sat with him at a game yet.
And you're still curious why?
No, not anymore.
That'd be great. Come on.
And not tonight.
If you come to a game, I'll totally act normal.
No. Mm-mm.
Why not?
I can't be there to help you win the... I forgot the phrase. It's from HR Puff and stuff. Oh. Never mind. When things get rough.
God. Well, don't be fooled because I'm wearing my 1 jersey. Sometimes I have a 35 jersey, too.
And then slow down. What? Are you going to wear this all day?
Well, yeah, I got a game tonight.
All right.
Yeah, he is.
Now, what's the difference between the 1 and the 35?
It all depends. Like, if Turco's playing, then I'll wear the 1. But if he's, like, not playing, then I'll wear my 35 because you can't have 2 numbers going at the same time. So that way, if he's not playing, then I'm ready. Does that make sense?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, is this
because there's no one on the team named 1 right now.
Okay,
so, like,
I got that. But is there some superstition about wearing somebody else's jersey in the stands with the same number?
No. People wear stuff all the time. They have old Stars jerseys, young Stars jerseys.
Well, hang on a second. I'm missing it. Why can't you wear the 35 if Turco's playing?
Well, a lot of fans wear, like, replica numbers and stuff. I mean, mine's legit. So, like,
if it's not some type of superstition, why can't you wear the same number when somebody's playing?
Because if Turco's playing,
he'll kick your ass.
Well, no. But if 35's
I know what the answer is. I want to hear him say it.
Okay.
If 35's on the ice,
if something happens to Turco,
you can't have 2 numbers on the same team. Is what I'm trying to say.
You're not on the ice.
I know I'm not on the ice, but I mean, clearly, I'm part of the team. I mean, you can laugh and you guys can say it's crazy. Seriously, who hosts the watching parties? Who gets the Stars fans going? And it's a huge part of the organization.
You're a sea monster.
You found another one.
Yeah.
This is
Sigmund.
It's totally. I mean,
okay, I got it. Well, good luck tonight.
Are you going to support me?
What would you like?
I don't know. Just like, wow, that's really cool. Gavin found, something that he embraces. That's great.
I think probably the thing that would be in your best interest is right now for somebody to knock you out. So you'd miss a game.
Whatever.
Bye. Dr. Shrinker.
Thought I'd seen it all. And he wants me to go to another game with him.
I've never seen him do this.
Obviously,
he put the stuff on just for shtick before the show because there's no reason to throw that on 4 hours before you leave.
No.
There's no reason to throw that on, period.
Well, like I said, I've seen people do it in other sport, in the crowd, but I don't watch hockey, so I don't know if anybody does that.
Not really.
Nobody.
I've seen little kids do it. They'll have their jersey on, and then they'll pull the jersey up, and it'll be a big star painted on their stomach, and the camera will go in on them. That's the only thing I've ever seen.
Dan, you've been quite vacant since Gavin came in.
Really, what can you say?
Without video, you're right. We've described as much as we can.
I say we lock him in his office and don't let him go to the game.
How you going to do that?
Knock him the F out?
Yeah.
I'm just following your lead.
Thank you. If we put Gavin, he's tossing his
hair, tinsel wig
back like some chick sitting in his office. Gavin, you really have to wear that.
Unplug that one camera for the day so you don't have to see it.
You offended me, Russ.
Why?
Because.
How?
Because you're riding me like I'm some kind of lunatic or something.
Close right. You're a bugaboo.
See?
What?
If you don't want to embrace me, then I don't know what to say.
Stop shaking your hair around.
Well, it keeps getting in my eyes. I got to get it cut or something. Make it shorter.
All right. Are the Stars favored tonight?
They should be.
Since they're at home, I would imagine.
Okay. And who are they playing?
The Columbus Blue Jackets.
All right. What time do you have to leave? Now it's fine.
If I get there about 7, 7-ish, something like that.
And will they let you in like that?
Oh, yeah. Got my own private entrance.
What are you nodding about, Trey?
He's lost his mind.
You don't have to nod at that.
It just keeps getting worse.
All right.
I've not lost my mind.
Gavin, you're, what are you now, 34?
36.
All right. You dress like you're 12. You look really something out of Puff and Stuff. And you think you play for the Dallas Stars.
Okay, and what are you trying to get at?
I don't have issues.
I never said I play. I just said I'm a member.
I really thought in the entire group of the show, I was probably the one that was the most dysfunctional.
Mm-hmm. I think you lost.
I don't mind.
No, side by side, I wouldn't mind that either.
Yeah, that's not really a trophy you want to hoist.
I'm a member of the team.
Which team?
The Stars.
Why don't you just keep that on till the gay pride parade?
It's totally not gay. It's a hockey jersey.
The hell it's not.
It's so manly.
A tinsel wig is manly.
They would have complained by now. They embrace it. They'd love it.
Okay, all right. Get pictures tonight of you and the crowd. I'd love to see that.
Okay.
Are they? It's a game on TV tonight?
Yes.
Because you know he's going to end up on it.
Oh yeah,
I'm always on there, man. Cameraman focuses all the time because he knows when he needs a good pump fist and when they score a goal, I'm there for him.
Why are you pump fisting them? Because rather than looking morose in the crowd, I'm the first one that jumps up.
Jumping up.
Pumping my fist, going, yeah, go Star.
I'm not kidding. He does that.
All right.
And the cameramen love the idiots.
Okay. All right. I was going to ask you something else. I can't think of what it was. All right. Thank you.
Well.
Yes. You guys want to test out the new mini cannon in Gavin's office?
Yes. No.
Huh?
No. Not in Gavin's office. Not inside this building.
Would you like me to give you choices?
I heard that thing go off outdoors. I can't imagine it going off in the building.
Would you like some choices?
Yeah.
All right. Gavin's office.
Okay.
Or in your mouth.
Well, between those two, clearly Gavin's office, but still.
Okay. Dan, did that guy from the band that gave us this, he said I could keep it?
Actually, I spoke with him today. He said you can keep it, and he would absolutely, because you had mentioned if he lets you keep it, he can play for the white trash party.
So unless somebody comes with a nicer gift.
Sure, and he also sweetened the pot by adding in $500 to the foundation.
Yeah.
So with the cannon and $500, that's over $1,100.
Okay.
Very nice. That thing's amazing. Where's that been all our lives?
I'm surprised I've never seen one.
I've never, ever seen one.
Trey, how much bigger is you guys use one for what?
UT football games.
Okay. And it's this one, compare the two. This one is what to scale?
1/30th.
So the other one is a full-size cannon?
Yes.
Okay. How long is it?
Probably 5 feet long and it's probably, say, 14 inches in diameter.
What do you shoot
out? The barrel?
Yeah.
And what do you blow into it?
4 of those shells of the 10 gauge blanks. You have an electronic switch.
Igniter?
Yeah.
Okay. Where this one is just a pin that you pull.
Yes.
Okay.
He also said he's got a couple more boxes of shells coming that he'll go ahead and throw those in as well when he receives those.
Okay. You want to wheel that in there?
Sure.
Oh, you need a shell?
Yeah, I need a shell.
Here's one. It gets rough.
I don't want it in my mouth, but really, you go to this inside the building.
You want it in your mouth?
No.
No.
Trey, I can't see you on the camera.
Oh, here. Let me get... I don't deserve a cannon. What did I do?
Take it all the way around to the side of his desk.
Okay. No! This is loud.
Yeah. Should I point it at him?
No!
Yeah, go ahead.
No! What are you doing? Jesus, no, Ross, seriously.
Go ahead.
All right. Seriously!
Oh, it wasn't loaded. All right, bring it back in.
God. No, not necessary.
Yes, today we'll be playing Cannon Roulette.
One of the times it'll be loaded, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right. How we doing, Chloe?
Need a break.
All right, then we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
I couldn't hear what you guys were saying. Who died?
They were telling me one of the guys from Brokeback Mountain had died.
Heath Ledger was found dead. I guess it's just coming across the newswire.
Which one is he? Was he one of the ones in the tent?
Yes, he was one of those two.
Yeah.
He's also in the new Batman movie, Dark Knight. He plays the Joker.
No.
Yes.
Unless it's been shot.
It has.
Well, then he's in it. When they find, how old is he?
Gosh, I think he's probably in his 20s.
Yeah.
Calm down, feller. You can't get him. Everybody else that's died, you grab.
I don't want him. I didn't know about it.
Who was the one you picked today? Christian Brando. Is he dead already?
No.
Well, like that's out of the realm of possibility for you.
I believe he's in a coma.
Oh,
so that's good news.
God.
Did you really have Suzanne Plachette, John?
Yeah, she was on my list. I don't know if it counts. I hope it does. Because it
was it from last year?
It was last year's
And
list.
you updated your list?
Yes. I kept everybody.
Okay.
So, I get her.
What was she, 70?
Yes. I get 30 points.
All right. Congratulations. Hi, Gail.
Hi.
What do you got?
That's horrible about Heath Ledger.
Why?
Well, because he was so young. What happened?
Do they know yet?
No, they don't know.
Wow, bummer.
Where they find him?
In a Manhattan apartment.
Oh,
Can they tell? Gail! They know how long he'd been dead?
They have not released anything. I mean, it literally just flashed across. Heath
Hang
Ledger
on, it's on CNN.
So McCain is helping.
That ain't it. TV3.
This is my new Cadillac.
Congratulations.
Manhattan Red for you today. The breaking news we just brought you. A New York Police Department spokesman says actor Heath Ledger, just 28 years old, has been found dead at a downtown Manhattan residence. Ledger was in Brokeback Mountain most recently. He will be seen as the Joker this summer in the new Batman movie. We'll be back with much more on this breaking story. Keep it right here on Headline News.
H. Hi, Gail.
Well, thanks, Gail. 30-9 video went out low tonight. Going to be mid-40s tomorrow. We're at 34 now at Line 530.
Anything before we get the news?
Yeah, a couple things.
Yeah.
Somebody's upset with Lycus, apparently. I'm sure you have read a recent study that came out that talks about more caffeine for pregnant women could lead to doubling the chances of miscarriage. I understand.
But they have these every 4 or 5 years, and each one contradicts the other one.
That's true.
All right. So what about satire?
Apparently, I understand satire and pushing the envelope. I'm not one easily shocked, but did you listen to Tom Likas last night? He was talking about this study followed by innuendos and obvious reverse back and forth rhetoric. He was insinuating to give girls Red Bull and more caffeine to induce abortions. But saying basically, don't ever do that, guys. You know how he does.
Oh.
any kind.
So what's she twisted about?
She's twisted. She thinks that's over the line. Could he get in trouble for it?
Well, hang on. Did they say that the caffeine causes birth defects or it
increased miscarriages?
Oh, that's like it's a shtick.
I know. But
he's got a predominantly male audience. That's his way of bonding. His thing is don't get trapped in anything, even though he's been married 5 times. Is that right?
Yes. It's kind of like you and the stairs. You know, it's like
what about
you always say, you know.
What?
I'm not going to say it because then I'll be in trouble. You talk about girls and that happen to be pregnant.
I never said that.
You've said it's a good thing I have stairs in my house.
Never said anything about being pregnant.
It's always in association with that.
No.
Yes, it is. Where did I come up with that? I just made that up?
Your own sick mind.
No. Yeah. Maybe you're a big stair man.
No, I'm not a stair man.
Stairmaster.
No.
Some people just get vasectomies.
That's what I have. And the other one says, I just want to let you know, boss, in case you haven't heard, the Jagger and
Well, hang on. Did anybody else here like us?
I missed it, no.
Chuck shaking his head.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Did he get any calls about it?
Oh, yeah.
Chicks that were twisted?
Oh, yeah.
What'd they say?
It's regular stuff.
Yeah.
Giving him the business.
Well, that's what he does.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would be.
Well, she even says here, she goes, I know his job is to stir people up. I just think it went too far this time. And can he get in trouble for that?
No.
No.
Plus, he didn't say, give these chicks these things.
Saying definitely don't. Whatever you do, don't give pregnant women caffeine.
And keep them away from the stairs. All right?
Exactly, yes.
Okay. How long did it go on, Chuck?
The whole time I was driving home last night.
Well, I don't know how far it is from here to your house. How long?
I heard 30 minutes.
Oh. Take you a little bit longer to get home because you're poor at converting torque?
Yeah, it did.
How long before you get your new truck back?
Friday.
They say why your torque converter went out?
Nope.
Yeah.
Couldn't say.
Still a bad omen.
Brand new truck. And Gavin's battery goes out last night. I got to jump him off in the parking lot. It's pouring rain. That would have been funny if it happened tonight. Him in that makeup. Give me his...
Well, you didn't have to jump him off.
No, I didn't have to. I did it as a friend. But I'm just saying, it'd been funny if it, instead of last night, it did fail tonight. And
I don't really care. I'm just curious of why Chuck's got a brand new Chevy and his torque converter goes out. How many miles you got on it?
1,200.
God.
Did you buy it new or is it a demo?
Brand new.
You already put 1,200 miles on it? Where'd you go?
Your house.
Oh. Where do you live?
Carol.
Oh, God. How many times you been in my house?
20 or 30.
Still should last longer than 1,200 miles.
Yeah.
How was your ride home, Trey?
My ride was fantastic. I was getting such great torque conversion. It was just...
Oh, God.
It was thrilling.
Thanks.
How about yours?
I couldn't have converted more torque had I tried. I could have converted more. I don't know how. Ready for news, Dan? Sure. Oh, what's the other email you're
One
holding?
says, hey, boss, just want to let you know, in case you haven't heard, Jagger and them were talking on the Jagger Show today about turning one of your crew against you to pull off their next prank. Beware.
The only person that would be Gavin.
Yeah.
Or John.
I would not, please.
Yeah.
What do you mean, John?
There's a Judas.
Yeah.
I would turn against you. Why? When?
I don't know.
What reason?
But anytime we go to dinner someplace, you're always to my left.
Sorry, Jesus. My bad. I'll sit somewhere else next time.
I just, hang on. Assistant PD from KLLI sent me breaking news. Hey, Heath Ledger died.
Wow, he was so young.
Well, possibly it's got follow-up information. Heath Ledger is dead.
Found in an apartment.
No, they didn't have that.
Didn't even have that much of it.
Not even his age. Heath Ledger's dead. New York. All right. Don't worry about following up on that one, Dan.
Okay.
Heat for information overload.
I wouldn't want to vex you.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Are you done with emails?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You want legal here? 3:59 at KLLI, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. Tuesday, January 22nd, 2008. Birthdays today. Willa Ford turns 27. Steven Adler, the former Guns N' Roses drummer, turns 43. Turning 43 also is Diane Lane. Linda Blair turns 49. Steve Perry of Journey is 59. And John Hurt turns 68.
Hold on. What is it, Trey?
So speaking of Judas, got an email. Russ, did you know JD has some audio on his website of you guys doing a morning show? I hadn't heard you mention it, so I thought I'd see if you knew about it.
Well, call me Judith, first of all. Second of all...
He said Judas.
I know.
Not Judith.
Not Judas. I got you. Not Judas. Never stabbed anybody in the back around here. And
what audio's on your website?
Oh, that's
is it his John David thing, or is it his MySpace?
JohnDavidRyan.com.
Why is it on there?
I want to post it. It's classic audio.
I don't want anybody to hear it.
Why?
I didn't play it on the air for a reason.
It's classic audio. You gotta realize it was done however many years ago. I mean,
87.
Okay. So 20 years.
I don't want it on anywhere.
Well,
how long's it been up?
About a week and a half.
Take it down.
No, it's my website.
Oh, right then. Let me get my show notes.
I brought cash today.
Good.
For what?
G is for the good times that you spent with a married woman.
Please stop.
E.
Will you not do this?
Is for the energy her husband will spend hunting you down.
Do you think this is really funny? This isn't somebody I made up. These are real people.
Okay.
Well, and you're giving their name out.
Not yet. I'm only up to the E.
Please stop.
T
take it down.
Is for the trampoline you bounced on with her poo nanny, so she could see her house.
I'll take it down.
The other T is for the test of paternity.
We've played on air checks before.
We haven't played that one, and I didn't want that aired anywhere for a reason. It was bad. That's why we didn't get a morning gig anywhere.
It was 20 years ago.
That's the kind of morning show. I couldn't care less when it was.
It was 20 years ago, and that's...
Hang on, breaking news, Keith.
For unpaid rent and...
Wait, maybe they killed it. Which TV?
Play the Joker. He was also involved with Michelle Williams. Remember that? I believe she, too, was in Brokeback Mountain, and they have a 2-year-old child. Heath Ledger, as far as we know, was alone in that apartment in Manhattan when he was found dead. That's about all I can tell you right now.
All right, as soon as we get some more information and more facts on what happened, we'll update our viewers. Thanks, Carol, very much. Moving on to other news we're following. They jabbed and they punched like boxers, and just hours after last night's debate, the leading Democratic...
I saw clips of this today. Hillary going back and forth with Obama, and whether or not he had a valid point, I didn't watch the entire clip. She didn't want to let him talk.
No,
he wants to go back and make a reference that. Do you have some?
Yeah.
Oh. Is this the one about Reagan?
Yes, that's cut number 4. Hillary and Barack go back and forth over Reagan comments.
Because I think this player won't work. Do I have it in backwards? No, that's right, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, it went in the other one. All right, go ahead. What, John?
Cut 4.
Is that all you're going to tell me?
Well, I already told you what I said.
Why don't you tell me again, and we'll just pretend like you never told me, so we can just skate the dead air thing.
It's about Hillary and Barack going back and forth about the Reagan comments, about what he said about Reagan and what she said that he said about Reagan.
All the spending that we do. Now, let's talk about Ronald Reagan. What you just repeated here today is patent. Wait, no, Hillary, you just spoke.
I did not say anything about Ronald Reagan. You said two things. You talked about admiring Ronald Reagan, and you talked about the ideas of the Republicans. I didn't talk about Ronald Reagan.
And Obama's in a bad situation now because if you stop and let her expound, then you look like you can't take control of the situation.
You're lost.
But you're also curious to how she's going to go back and spin this. So what do? I didn't hear how it ended.
No, Hillary, you just spoke.
I did not say anything about Ronald Reagan. You said two things. You talked about admiring Ronald Reagan, and you talked about the ideas of the Republicans. I didn't talk about...
Who moderates this, or who was doing the one last night?
Wolf Blitzer.
Do they not have control of anything?
Once they get started, it's hard. The only way to really do it, and they never do, is have control of their mics and
why wouldn't they just put the moderator, all the controls in front of the moderator? If she had her 2 minutes and it's Obama's turn, you got to sit there like a clam and soak it in.
But
poor John Edwards, he's totally left out of the whole thing.
Just repeated here today is Patton. Wait, no, Hillary, you just spoke.
I did not say anything about Ronald Reagan. You said two things. You talked about admiring Ronald Reagan, and you talked about the ideas of the Republicans. I didn't talk about Ronald Reagan.
We just had the tape. You just said that I complimented the Republican ideas. That is not true. What I said, and I will provide you with the quote. What I said was that Ronald Reagan was a transformative political figure because he was able to get Democrats to vote against their economic interests to form a majority to push through their agenda, an agenda that I objected to because while I was working on those streets, watching those folks see their jobs shipped overseas, you were a corporate lawyer sitting on the board of Walmart. I was fighting these fights. So I want to be clear. What I said had nothing to do with their policies. I spent a lifetime fighting against Ronald Reagan's policies. But what I did say is that we have to be thinking in the same transformative way about our democratic agenda. We've got to appeal to independents and Republicans in order to build a working majority to move an agenda forward. That is what I said. Now, you can dispute that, but let me finish. Hillary, you went on for 2 minutes. Let me finish.
Was the crowd against Hillary through this entire thing?
No, they went back and forth.
I think they were applauding good slams.
Okay.
The irony of this is that you provided much more fulsome praise of Ronald Reagan in a book by Tom Brokaw that's being published right now, as did Bill Clinton in the past. So these are the kinds of political games that we are accustomed to. I'm sorry.
Well, they shut her mic off. Well, they turned it back on.
Senator Edwards, let them wrap up, and then I'm going to come to you.
I just want to clarify. I want to clarify the record.
Wait a second, Senator Edwards, hold on. There has been a specific charge leveled against Hillary Clinton, so she can respond. Then I'll bring in Senator Edwards.
I just want to be sure.
Now they shut his mic off.
They wouldn't even let the moderator
Just getting
talk.
warmed up. Now.
Well, no, Obama didn't get. If this clip started at 0, and they cut him off before he got to his 2 minutes.
I just want to be clear about this. In an editorial board with the Reno newspaper, you said two different things because I have read the transcript. Mm-hmm. You talked about Ronald Reagan being a transformative political leader. I did not mention his name.
Your husband did.
Well, I'm here. He's not.
Okay, well, I can't tell who I'm running against sometimes.
That's my favorite. Because both you guys look like fellers. But you probably got a bigger one. Oh, yeah, Chloe.
We're breaking 6.
All right.
Transcript. Mm-hmm. You talked about Ronald Reagan being a transformative political leader. I did not mention.
That's a dandy slam. Yeah. well, because Bill's out on the road doing campaigning just like she is
every day, and saying basically the same thing.
In his name.
Your husband did.
Well, I'm here. He's not.
Okay, well, I can't tell who I'm running against sometimes.
I think we both have very passionate and committed spouses who stand up for us, and I'm proud of that. But you also talked about the Republicans having ideas over the last 10 to 15 years.
They were good ones.
Well, you can read the context of it.
Well,
it certainly came across.
I didn't say they were good ones.
Well, it certainly.
I understand what he's saying. I don't understand. What I don't get is why she's challenging him on it. Reagan was known as the great communicator, so he could take ideals and values and make it seem more comprehensive. That's why he got people from the Democratic Party and the Independents to come towards him.
And she's just trying to sway it like, the Republicans are the only people that have good ideas.
What he's talking about is you need that type of characteristic to bring all the other parties together. He's not saying I'm not agreeing with what Reagan said or his politics.
Trying to say.
I'm agreeing with the way that he went about it.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, because Reagan was the type.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Reagan was the type that, I mean, he might have a fierce battle with Tip O'Neill or whoever, was in charge at the time, but come 5 o'clock, he'd invite him over, they'd have a drink, and be gentlemen about it in a civilized manner, as opposed now where it's nonstop bitching, moaning, fighting. And what he said is correct.
Well, he would do it the same way he would do the American public with the State of the Union addresses. He didn't sound like he was reading off a teleprompter. Things he would throw out sounded sincere and valid, whether it was or not.
Yeah. Hitler's just trying to paint, if you agree with anything of the Republican Party, you're a Judas to the Democratic Party, and she's trying to paint him into a hole that...
Say that reminds me. When are you going to turn on me, John?
I'm not turning on you. Will you stop with that? Why would I turn on you? I'm going to do something for the Jagger show, even though I'm...
If you're granted some type of anonymity.
I'm not going to do anything. You know that. What could I possibly do? You would know I did.
I think the room's with me on this.
No. Then I would turn on this show?
Dan?
Yeah.
Thanks for at least being hurt by it.
It does pain me.
Yeah. God.
I told him not to.
I did.
Is there more on this clip?
Yeah. And there's 2 or 3 more after that.
Having ideas over the last 10 to 15 years.
Hang on, breaking news on CNN.
They don't treat the prostate. Avogard is for men only.
Not that one.
When she found him.
That ain't it either.
It's where if you don't have enough.
Which TV is that one right there?
3.
I just turned that one on.
Yeah, that was...
New York Sun, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we will have much more prime news after this short break, including the latest on the death of actor Heath Ledger. Stay with us.
Very sad.
Because you didn't have him on your Deadpool.
Huh?
Yeah.
I got no clue who he is. Was he? I was going to say, was he the one with the hat on in Brokeback? Both guys had hats on.
Yeah.
See the one with the sperm-colored hat? Green-colored?
Yes.
All right. And the other guy was with the black hat.
Yes.
I think he was the...
Was he the spitter or the receiver?
I think he was the... I wish I could quit you.
Jamie's right. Who was spitting and who was grinning?
I don't know.
Do you know?
I don't know.
God, this sucks for him. I mean, not because he's dead. That's obvious. But the fact that the one movie that everyone is pointing to in reporting this is Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah. Let's see. This is, he's in the 2008 Batman movie as the Joker, and they were in the process of filming the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. Who is that?
I don't know, but it's probably better he didn't finish that. He was also in like one of his big...
There were good ones.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, one of his big breakout movies was A Knight's Tale, and then also he was in The Patriot with Mel Gibson.
Oh. This says he was also The Monsters Ball.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, I thought he was one of them.
No. No.
Do we... Stop. Do we have time to listen to the rest of this?
Yes.
Do we?
Yeah.
All right.
I think we both have very passionate and committed spouses who stand up for us.
That one sounded like a slam on his wife. I don't know what Obama's wife's been running around throwing out, but that one sounded like a jab.
Yeah, because she's been jabbing against Hillary and Bill and John Edwards. She's a tough one.
And I'm proud of that. But you also talked about the Republicans having ideas.
All right, I got past that.
Certainly came across in the way that it was presented as though the Republicans had been standing.
No, and here's another problem with that, is if you can't understand that, I don't want you going back and interpreting different things for the country. If you can't understand I knew exactly what he meant, but I just now heard it.
She's just trying to spin it, and nobody bought it. Nobody bought it. Again, if you and I don't get it, nobody bought it.
Up against the conventional wisdom with their ideas. I'm just reacting to the fact, yes, they did have ideas, and they were bad ideas. Bad for America. And I was fighting against those ideas when you were practicing law and representing your contributor, Resco, in his slum landlord business in inner city Chicago.
Well, all right, what was the last jab she threw out? I don't know anything about that.
Saying that when he was a practicing lawyer
because he had earlier slammed her for what she didn't.
I got that. What is he talking about? Or what is she talking about?
Well, he touts that he, was out working the streets and helping. She's saying that he represented a slumlord in Chicago that had a bunch of basically crapped out apartments.
Oh. Did he know the guy was a slumlord?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Hang on, see you now.
South Carolina.
Wait.
Already wrapped on that. We're joined now by Michael Hungen from TMZ.com. Michael, what are you hearing about these pills? Anything else besides sleeping pills found near him?
We're hearing, that's what's being reported out there. We're hearing that when he was found, the fire department...
I have my glasses on. What's it say on the screen?
On the phone, Michael Hungen.
No, the headline.
Heath Ledger dead.
Nice. The paramedics responded. He was in full cardiac arrest. They tried to do CPR on him, but they couldn't. They were not successful, and they pronounced him dead right on the scene.
So he was in full cardiac arrest, but he was unconscious at the time when he was found?
Yes.
And do they have any idea how long?
As fortunate as I normally am, I'll bet you they found lorazepam in his body.
Well, it's sleeping pills. It could be.
State?
Right. We haven't found out that information yet. We are literally they're calling in and they're getting breaking news as we speak about what exactly went down and who responded. But what we do know is that at 3:30.
Who's that say that it's on the phone?
Some guy from TMZ.
What does it say, Trey?
Michael Hungen.
Sleeping pills, as you said. Not sure exactly what or how long or why. I mean, that's the big question here.
So this masseuse had come to his home for the appointment. Do you know whether or not...
I finally found prescription medicines I like, and I bet he screws it up for me.
If he just hadn't had the Jack Daniels, he was fine.
That either. It seems like he was, he was actually just filming in London on this other news picture that he was a part of. It's called, the movie's called The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. I mean, he's based out of New York. He was filming in London, and it's also filming in France as well. This new film, in addition to The Dark Knight, which you mentioned before, where he's playing the Joker. I mean, this is a huge movie for Warner Brothers. They're banking on this as their big summer tentpole movie. And so, how this will affect it, we don't know yet.
Tentpole, that's funny.
Stop it. Stop being 10 years old just for once.
Michelle Williams' ex-fiance and their daughter. I mean, they had an adult daughter.
I got it.
It's heartbreaking, and I have to say, I don't know about you guys at TMZ, but when this first came across, there are always these fake reports that seem to pop up a lot of times.
The only clips they keep showing are from Brokeback Mountain. Yeah.
This person has died and they're untrue. And I have to say, initially I thought that because he seemed to have led, anyway, such a low-profile life.
Well, he got it in the ass.
Absolutely. That's what I said as soon as this thing happened. I mean, he never was one to wear a relationship on his sleeve. Even when they broke up, it was not a Hollywood breakup. It was a very quiet affair.
Who did he break up with?
Michelle Williams.
Oh. Did she get custody?
Well, I mean, he was doing this movie. He was getting a lot of buzz.
I don't care how childish it sounds.
Talk. Of course, people were criticizing the fact that Jack Nicholson, how can you ever replace him as the Joker in this new movie, The Dark Knight? But it seemed like he was kind of riding it out.
Maybe Jack Nicholson did.
No.
Academy Award nominee. It just doesn't make sense as to what happened here.
Is there any history here? We're looking at live pictures, I believe, actually, of outside of his downtown New York apartment building.
I just want to know what he took.
Is there any history of possible substance issues here?
We had never reported any substance issues with Heath Ledger. I mean, it was always, there's a ton of actors out there who we have reported on. Just last week alone.
All right, Trey, keep an eye on that. Find out what he died from. Okay. Break here. All right, we'll be back.
Stop it. We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
It's really gotten to the point. I don't care if they stick in the White House. Anybody's going to throw out whatever they want. Just to get into the White House.
And then do whatever they want.
And then they're going to... I didn't realize it was going to be this hard. I didn't know I was going to have the problem with the Democrats, the Republicans, libertarians.
No, I
can't get anything done.
Just asking Trey if he had to vote right now, who he'd vote for after watching that thing last night.
Well, that was just the Democrats.
I know.
Who'd you vote for?
Right now, I'd say I'm leaning towards Mitt Romney.
Is he a Democrat?
No, he's a Republican.
Oh. Fred Thompson dropped out.
Yeah. Boy, that was a thud of a campaign.
Well, he came late and didn't do anything.
Well, it made sense to come in late, let everybody else
spend their money.
Do all the mudslinging back and forth in the beginning. You had over a year. Come in at the end. Don't screw up for 7 or 8 months.
Right in.
But you got to stay in the race if you're going to win.
Yeah.
All right, hang on, so you know.
Dead at the scene around a little after 3:30 this afternoon. We're also
what does that say on the screen?
On the New York
actor Heath Ledger dead, found unconscious, pills in her body.
Was found in Soho.
No, we can stop getting emails now. We know we got the CNN.
By the actress Mary Kate Olsen, of course, one half of the Olsen twins.
Think she did it?
Apartment owned by Mary Kate Olsen. It is not clear, no information as to whether or not she was home at the time. We don't know if he was staying with her, if he was perhaps using her apartment, if she was not in town. Also, according to the...
It's an apartment building. Who cares if she's home?
Absurd. Again, you're not going to find out what he was on anyway for a while. They're not going to tell you today. You're worried about lorazepam.
What?
If you're worried about what you're taking, they're not going to tell you for weeks.
Oh, it'll be lorazepam. All right. Ready for more news, Dan?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Turbulence roiled the world of stock markets again, and with Asian stocks falling on fears of recession in the United States, while European stocks were down even after the Federal Reserve cut interest rates.
Why are the Asian markets on a slant?
Because they're worried about it.
They're not on a slant. They're declining.
Did they say they dropped?
Yes.
They did go down, yes.
All right, why is that?
They're worried about the U.S. economy going into recession.
Oh, it's a good call. Good.
And then the European stocks fell sharply at the opening, then rose in volatile trading, with Wall Street operating on a bungee cord and economists hollering about recession. It would be easy to give into panic and sell all of your stocks, but Jerry Willis, CNN's money saver, says selling now would be dropping your money in the wrong direction. The smarter thing is to buy low and sell high. She says you should be putting money into the market right now, taking advantage of current low stock prices.
Did the Feds drop the interest rate today?
Yeah, 0.75 of a point.
Is that a lot?
First time that's been done that much since 84.
What do they normally do? Quarter? Half?
Yeah. After 9/11, they went in and did an emergency. Normally they do this on their meetings. This was kind of out of the blue. But I think after 9/11, the most drastic thing they did was a half point.
Okay. Did this come after the report on the Asian markets?
Yes, this came this morning, and the Asian markets fell yesterday, but our markets were closed.
Yeah. Hang on, CNN breaking news.
Autopsy from any other investigation that's done by the medical examiner.
From the information detectives have when they first start their investigation, they'll give that to the medical examiner also, and from what he or she sees and from what they have and the evidence they have, you can probably come to a pretty quick conclusion on what the cause and manner of death was.
Oh, well, they probably got an expert here.
Okay, so we could be...
I got anybody in the room at this point.
Carlos Diaz, I know you're still with us on the phone from Extra TV. Before the break, we were talking about how or actually with us in the studio, which is even better, talking about how this came as such a surprise to you. You were in your meeting there at Extra.
Well, the guy's 28. Why would it not be a surprise? Or Heath Ledger was.
With no history of any kind of drug abuse, as far as they could tell.
And part of the story now is he was found dead in Mary Kate Olsen's apartment building.
Who cares?
It was actually her apartment, is what they're saying.
Oh. Why is he staying with her?
Well, what they were saying in another story here from New York Times, they don't know if she was currently staying there with him since he's filming in London. Maybe he was just crashing at her pad in New York. She could be somewhere else.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
After a long delay, the state high school steroids testing program is about to start. State officials announced today that the National Center for Drug-Free Sport has been chosen to conduct the mandatory random test ordered last year by the Texas legislature. About 23,000 students are expected to be tested each year.
And that's another reason why you got to keep an eye on kids. And also reward them, is like the Canadian story yesterday. You want to give them $5,000 for not smoking? Okay.
Reward them for what? Not being on steroids? You're testing them.
Well, you're going to test them because you can't trust them to do the right thing. They're kids. Same way with smoking. You want to give them cash for keeping themselves healthy until they're 18? Yeah.
Absolutely absurd.
We do that with everything. Yeah, you do well in the ratings, you get a bonus. Why would we? Oh, this is going to be a good one. You want to give your bonuses back?
No.
Okay. Why do
that's different? Because
I know it's not. Let me finish. You had your 2 minutes. Whore. You're paid to do your show. What'd you call me?
Wow. Nothing.
I turned around and I just came back around about the time you were mid-mouth.
I didn't say a word.
Wow.
You called me a whore.
Thank God you waited till Tuesday to call me that.
I have no idea where you're going.
Let's see, where was it? You get paid to do your job. Why would there be a bonus?
Because, again, it's a day-to-day thing with kids. Then you're just supposed to stay off.
You're giving kids a bonus
and graduate high school
for doing
basic stuff.
You're getting a bonus for doing something you're supposed to do.
Above and beyond the Call of Duty. The Call of Duty for a kid is not to smoke and not to take steroids.
It's the same concept.
Average.
You're being rewarded for doing something right, and getting it right. Same thing with a bonus.
No kid.
You got a salary. Why should we give you any extra cash? And you're about to lose it. Why should we give you any extra cash if you're already getting paid to do the gig?
Because it's above and beyond the Call of Duty. It's not just status quo. Graduating high school, not smoking,
how's it
not
above
drinking,
and beyond? You're supposed to come in and do the best job that you can and keep the show number 1 in the ratings. Why would we spiff you anything? And that's a damn good question.
Because, again, the job with a kid is to graduate and to stay clean and to
and
not
your
drink
job
and drive.
is to win in the
That's
ratings.
like saying you get home, okay, I didn't drink and drive and kill anybody. Give me a bonus.
You're not answering the question.
Which is why I get a bonus? Because I earned it.
Why not just stay with the salary? You're paid to do a job. I'd like to think you'd do it regardless of the salary.
I certainly would. They're stupid around here and they gave me the cash.
All right, I got to eat that one. But as far as kids, you got to watch them. If by giving them cash, and you're going to keep them from smoking, why? Who cares?
Well, again,
and the same thing with kids. You can't trust what kids are doing. No. You want to give them an incentive to be smart? Go ahead, give them something. You want to give them a bonus for good grades? Fine.
So my kid comes home and
if it keeps you off welfare, the tax rolls, whatever, I don't care what they give them.
So you don't come home and you didn't get your girlfriend pregnant. Here's $1,000.
Did you make it to 18?
Okay. That's your opinion. I definitely disagree.
We do everything in society with bonuses. Why would I give you a tip for doing your job?
Your bonus is I let you go to college, I give you a car. There are spiffs that kids get for acting correctly.
There are certain things that kids are entitled to because you had them. It's your responsibility as a parent to parent.
Okay, but
and they're going to need basics.
College yes, you're right. Clothes and those kind of things. College education and cars and things like that and trips are not. But are not things they
Were you going to say something, Trey?
Yeah, the point I think JD, to me, he's missing is, although you can say they're not supposed to do it, but the fact of the matter is they are doing it, and at least they're trying to be proactive here and spiff them something to keep them from smoking.
What's wrong with being proactive?
It's not being proactive.
It is being proactive.
Just a basic level of responsibility, yes, that a kid should be. Graduate high school, don't screw up, don't
smoke.
Go to jail.
Kids have unprotected sex. Kids steal. Kids do things.
Then you don't get the bonuses like cars, and you don't get your college education.
So you don't reward the kids who do what they're supposed to, and they're not persuaded by their peers?
Yeah. No, they don't get anything else for just doing what's right. No. You don't get anything else for just doing what's right.
Well, you lost your bonus.
No.
Yeah?
I don't know.
You got a salary.
Yes.
It's right for you to come in and work as hard as you can every day. There should be no spiff, no added incentive.
I don't like this angle.
That's the best one I could come up with.
That's a dandy one.
Shut up. Everybody.
Go ahead, then, Dan.
Okay. After hearing graphic descriptions of dog abuse, the Fort Worth City Council passes an ordinance prohibiting the practice of chained-up dogs. Last week, the council saw graphic pictures of dogs chained up, some barely alive. Today, animal activist Linda Schulko added equally graphic testimony. Fort Worth Animal Control.
I know that name. What does she do?
Animal care activist.
Oh, all right, good.
Fort Worth Animal Control Manager Keen Menifee says his officers face such dog abuse regularly. The council approved an ordinance making it a crime to chain up dogs with very few exceptions.
I know we say this a lot, but it is beyond me what some people can and will do to even any animal, but especially small animals. Jory was going home last night, stopped off at a dump to throw some stuff away. There's a dog carrier pushed up against the wall.
Was there a dog in it?
Yes, a puppy. About 10 weeks old. And he was filthy in his own mess, no food, no water, cold, shivering. So she obviously rescued him. But I'm just like, who the hell drops a 10-week puppy off and turn the carrier?
Are you going to cry?
Yeah, I'm very upset about it. Turn the carrier against the wall where no one could potentially even see this dog. Why not go up to the 7-Eleven, the Allsup's, drop the carrier off, where somebody could at least see the dog?
Because it's inconvenient.
That dog would have died last night.
Oh, absolutely. And why even stick them in a carrier? At least have the decency to turn them loose so maybe somebody finds them.
That's what Joy said. She goes, at least...
Was there any information by accident on the carrier?
No, nothing at all. It was full of just the dog's feces. And
Where'd she take the dog?
She took a taxi to the police department, and she called in their local town, and they took it to the... Actually, they were going to take it to the vet, but the cop who saw it fell in love with the puppies. He adopted it.
Oh.
So he took it to the vet.
Okay. And how old was it?
About 10 weeks. It was a puppy. It was just a baby. Looked like a black lab.
Why do people throw babies in dumpsters?
I don't know.
When you can walk into a fire station, they can't ask you any questions. You can drop the kid off. Why not do the... I know it's old school. Stick the thing in a basket and do a ding-dong and run and leave the kid there.
You can. I have no idea what goes through people's minds and how you do that and walk away with a clean conscience. And go home and go, oh, well, what's for dinner, honey?
People put puppies in garbage sacks.
I know.
And throw them out the window of moving cars.
You hear it, you just don't see it every day. When you absolutely look at it and you see this dog was just left with the trash. And they went out of their way to make sure no one would find this dog.
Why didn't you take it?
I didn't get a chance to. This other guy adopted it. I told her, I said, because she lives far away. I said, nobody adopts it. I'd think about it.
Okay. So you never gave your kids money for good grades?
Let me think. Money for good grades? No, not above and beyond.
No rewards?
Well, they got, if they did what they were supposed to do, they did get a car. It wasn't brand new. They got a car. They got clothes. They got, once Jeffrey graduated, I gave him...
So if they did what they were supposed to do, they were rewarded?
They got the basics. They didn't get anything above and beyond. They gave him $5,000 just for coming home and graduating.
So you don't think by taking care of yourself it's not worth something to the kids?
That's an expectation.
Kids are idiots.
You're expected.
Go look outside.
I'm quite aware, and I've told them many, many times how proud of them I am and how much I love them, and we talk every day. And
but the bad news is they don't take that at Best Buy. Daddy's proud of me.
Well,
which one of these can I have?
They've gotten a lot of things. They've gotten plenty. But no,
because they did the right. Because they did the right thing. Yes, thank you. It's a horrible life you lead. Go ahead, Dan.
Police in Sweden think they're onto a criminal ring of midgets who are actually master thieves.
Start that one again. Oh, wait. I mean it.
Midget.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Police in Sweden think they're onto a criminal ring of midgets who are actually master thieves who use their size to steal from bus passengers. The little people get packed into oversized hockey bags, which then get loaded into the cargo hold of a bus by a normal-sized passenger who is, of course, in on their plan. Then, while the bus is in transit, the little people get out of their hockey bags and loot the valuables from the luggage in the cargo hold. When the bus gets to its destination, their normal-sized partner grabs the hockey bags / luggage, gets in a waiting car, and then takes off. Police have issued a warning to long-distance bus companies in Sweden, telling them to pay extra attention to anyone using luggage that could be big enough for midgets.
Well, they stole that concept from Bad Santa.
What was that?
Yeah, he had the midget partner. He would go up, crawl through the vents, get into the store, package up all the stuff, and then Billy Bob would help him haul it out.
But they're doing it in real life in buses. That is funny.
Rundle thief.
You see the bags they're talking about. Here's a picture of one of the bags. It's like you could easily put a little person, if they're small enough, in there.
Yeah, nobody's going to check that.
No, and then you just have a zipper where they get out and they run amok for the hour and a half that the bus is going somewhere.
Hold on. Line one. Yeah. Yes, Kelly.
Hey, Russ, I just wanted to say that your argument about...
Okay. Go ahead, Dan.
Solid. If Chuck Norris has anything to do with it, Mike Huckabee will be our next president. And we have audio here of him explaining that Republican voters should make Huckabee their party's candidate because John McCain is just simply too old. McCain is 71 and Huckabee is 52. Yeah, this is from Studio B with Shepard Smith.
Our presidents. Look at George W. Look how he's aged in those 7 years. Look at Bill Clinton, how he aged in those 8 years in office. So, these presidents average 3 to 1 in age. And so the thing is, with John, I just don't think he would have the stamina to put up with it.
So he had the stamina to suffer through a prisoner of war camp for 5 years?
Yeah.
But he can't exist in the White House.
According to Chuck.
And McCain's response was he was going to send his Mimo after him.
Yeah, his 96-year-old mom. Yeah.
We'll whip his ass.
Roundhouse kicking.
Mm-hmm. I just wondered, where did Chuck Norris suddenly become this political expert?
I don't know. And if you're going to jump on anybody about time and aging, McCain would be the first one. I'd cut him some slack after being in a POW camp.
Yeah, absolutely. He's shown his mettle, as it were.
His what?
His mettle.
Who was?
No, not a real metal. His fiber, his being, John McCain, has shown what he's made of. You ever heard that term? Shown his metal? Just means shown what you're made of. It's not like that, even though that would do it.
Okay.
If it was big enough.
Well, that'd be one way to select a president.
That's how Johnson got in office. Didn't he used to pull that out at, conferences?
Oh, yeah. And
LBJ?
Oh, yeah. And then
campfires or whatever?
What? He whipped his wiener out?
Oh,
yeah.
Suppose he was 10 inches. Oh, yeah. He'd have barbecues at the ranch and all this.
The president.
You guys got enough fire left for this?
Was he a big drinker? I mean, what?
Well, I think he was, but yeah, if I'm toting around 10 inches, it's gonna be in all the family pictures.
Taking that thing to Olin Mills.
Put a nice boa around it.
Do one of those dual shots. One's up in the corner.
All right, you don't take all these pictures. We're going to cut them up. That's right. How are we going to close? Yeah, he was notorious, LBJ, for pulling his crank out.
And if you're the president, if you're the president and you can't put it, then no one should be able to pull it out. If you got that and you're the president.
You just sit around the campfire with some buddies and you go, by the way, let me show you this.
Oh, he was notorious for that.
I would think it would work well, just
at summit meetings.
Yeah, it's intimidating.
Form of pride. You're the president. I'm talking about decorum, possibly.
Make any difference? Meet with the Soviet Union?
Yes.
You got missiles?
Well, we certainly do.
How about that?
We're not going to shoot you.
Really? No. Why are you worried about decorum from
I'm just thinking it's odd to have a president just to whip his
I'd like for the
around.
rest of the world to know that my president is hung. And that's why, well, Hillary could still make it.
If you're that worried about decorum, just put a tux on it.
My bad. Take a break here, yeah? All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. To the Russ Martin Show.
Send a what email?
Well, we just keep getting the story about Heath Ledger over and over and over and over, like they don't think.
Don't we talk about this on the air? We got 6 televisions in here.
And we even have that crazy thing called the internet.
Is that Gail? Did you learn your sax part, Brian?
Yeah, but I have to play it with Chuck first.
Why?
Because the song, I think it's recorded with a tenor sax, and I have an alto, so it's different. I can't exactly listen to it and play the exact same notes. They're in different keys.
Is that a big difference, Chuck?
Not really. I mean, I know the gist of the solo. I just want to make sure I'm playing it in the right area.
You bring your sax?
Hmm?
All right.
It's in the car.
You want to go get it?
Sure.
Hi, Gail.
Hi, Russ.
What do you got?
Carter Ice Center brings you this update. On 75 southbound at Arapahoe, you've got 2 right lanes blocked by wrecks backed up to the Bush Turnpike. Westbound I-30 Tom Landry past Walton Walker, there's a whole bunch of shoes in the roadway. On 175 westbound at Simon, there's a wreck in the left lane. It's heavy from Stark Road. In Arlington on westbound I-20 before Collins, the wreck's on the right shoulder. It's heavy from Great Southwest. And in Fort Worth, I-35 northbound at Northside Drive, they've cleared a crash. Coppell, your lights are still flashing red at 121 in Freeport Parkway, really causing some major delays. And I'm Gail Lightfoot on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Gail. All right, 35 for the low tonight. Only going to be about 47 tomorrow. We have 34 degrees now at Live 105.3.
What is all this, Dan?
Trey and I actually found that it's an article about Lyndon Johnson, and it refers to his penis size.
This man was the president. Jesus.
What?
You understand, I heard stories about like Milton Berle would do this. He's a comedian.
All right. This was actually, some of the stuff mentioned in this article is actually mentioned in his biography.
They whip his business out at different locations.
He's the most powerful man on the planet at that point in time. You want him to have a big goob.
Well, maybe there's a rumor, but...
And we would have cut Clinton some slack. I'm talking about Bill.
Yeah.
For having a big woof. Even though he was screwing ugly chicks with it.
Yes. It was out quite a bit.
So I never heard anything about his other than you'll hear people mention the size of Bill Clinton's hands.
Yeah. His nose looks like a weenie.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It does. I mean, it's got the little divot right here, the pee hole right at the end. I can't even look at him.
I always forget the name of the movie, but it's one with Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, Demi Moore, and Dan Aykroyd plays an old judge.
Yeah,
with the nose.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Same nose. What is it?
Yeah, Nothing But Trouble.
This is Bad Attitudes, a magazine.
Supposedly.
Yeah. Yeah. In his recent biography of Lyndon Johnson, Flawed Giant, Robert Dallek writes, during a private conversation with some reporters who pressed him to explain why we were in Vietnam, Johnson lost his patience. According to Arthur Goldberg, LBJ unzipped his fly, drew out a substantial organ, and declared, "This is why."
God. All right, that's going too far for the president. I'm sorry. Why were you in Vietnam?
Because of this. Sorry about your pie.
That's absurd.
Way back then, President Johnson could be more confident that the reporters would not share this moment of presidential bonding with the public. Quaint questions of taste aside, it might not have struck them as news anyway. The president's fascination with his substantial organ was an old story to the White House press corps. I first heard of it when I was working on a profile of White House Press Secretary George Reedy for the Saturday Evening Post. Everybody in the press room had a glancing acquaintance with the president's privates, which he was forever prodding and redistributing through his pants. And ambassadors calling to present their credentials sometimes had a closer acquaintance than that.
What? What does that mean?
I believe I'll get to that. It was Mr. Johnson's occasional practice to invite news envoys for a swim in the small indoor pool built for FDR. Skinny dipping was a long-established tradition, which allowed the president to establish genital dominance at the start of a diplomatic relationship.
This is not real.
And
there's more.
Down on the LBJ Ranch near Johnson City, Texas, Mr. Johnson liked to go fishing and whiskey drinking on Johnson Lake with the Secret Service and a few close friends. The small boat had no facilities, which meant that the president had to relieve himself over the side like everyone else. It's the old joke of the water's cold.
Yeah.
Back in the White House, the president was well known for sharing the most private moments with his staff. Rather than interrupt himself, he would leave the door open when he went to the toilet so that the cabinet members could watch him as he sat on his throne issuing orders back and forth.
Oh, my God. I take back everything I ever said about Clinton being a yahoo in the White House.
None of this made it into my George Reedy piece, of course, those being simple and innocent times, except for race riots, draft resistance, campus revolt, drug-taking, free love, urban terrorism, and the carpet bombing of a small Southwest Asian nations by giant 8-engine Guam. I don't care about that. I want to hear about his weenie. First person, 2 months later, third eye. Does it have any more? Did you guys read all this?
Yeah, I went through all of it. I think there was something near the end where they actually talk about his member being taken into question as far as its size.
In any event, Johnson's disturbing fondness for flashing raised a character issue of real consequence, and one which should have been reported at the time. The president's in-your-face modesty, or immodesty, suggested personal insecurity so crippling that they should not have been left to future historians like Mr. Dalek. I don't see anything else.
The little boy just whipped it out every which way. Sounds like mostly for the guys.
Well, here's another.
You're showing that you're the alpha dog.
No, you're showing
if you're in a position where you're supposed to be,
you're the president.
You're the leader.
Show anything?
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
I don't care who you are, what you have, what type of armament that you have stockpiled. You got a 9-inch ween, and people are going to be impressed.
I guess. I suppose.
Look at Brad, who used to screen the calls. Had absolutely nothing going for him. No cash. Drove a turd car, and he pissed me off because he's toting around a thing.
Monk, yeah.
What is it, Trey?
Oh, there was one other little excerpt. So Johnson called his penis Jumbo, producing it. He once asked another man, have you ever seen anything as big as this?
I know we're just in line here at the Dairy Queen, but
while serving in the House, he would regularly urinate in the parking lot of the House office.
Keep going.
Sometimes in front of female secretaries.
And how do you get by doing that? Somebody's going to get a lawsuit going.
How? He's the president.
Still.
President.
So was Bill Clinton.
Executive privilege.
Okay. We get Bill Clinton, and we almost impeached him over whipping his weenie out in the Oval Office.
He lied.
Yes.
Before,
grand jury.
Yeah, he lied. Johnson wasn't lying.
No.
You actually didn't have to question him.
Good point.
I think the president vetoed this bill. He's got a great big long smear across it. Veto.
God. No, never heard of any of these stories.
What are you pointing at, Claude?
Just the AV.
What are you pointing at?
AV.
What is that? Oh, is this Brad? No. Forgot we had that.
Memories of Brad.
Who wants pictures of it?
No pictures.
Sure?
Yes.
Wallet size.
Maybe one.
I can't even get it in my wallet. In fact, it's got its own wallet. All right, go ahead then.
Well, you may remember the results of a study last year that determined that cow farts are responsible for more greenhouse gases than all...
that one again.
That's our favorite.
That sounds like somebody got it on that one.
Yeah. There's a little slap noise in there. You want to warn a feller?
Sorry if it landed in your soup.
Quite all right. Presidential after all.
Go Go ahead, Dan. I believe this is dead.
Anyway, cow flatulence is responsible for more greenhouse gases than all cars, trucks, trains, and planes in the world combined. That is true. It's actually cow burps that are to blame. Researchers in Sweden believe 95% of methane released by cows comes out throughout their mouth.
What was the story from last week?
Kangaroo stomachs.
They thought that kangaroo farts could help global warming?
Yeah, because apparently when kangaroos fart, they have zero methane expended from their bodies, so they were going to try to take kangaroo stomachs and put them in cow stomachs.
Or at least figure out what the enzymes were that make them
Well, that's not going to work, especially if it's not the farts from the cows, and it's going to take 4 kangaroos per cow. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. And now they're hoping they can find a diet that causes cattle to belch less often and, of course, with less intensity. And it looks like Bill Clinton isn't getting enough sleep on his wife's campaign trail. There's video of Bill struggling to stay awake during a speech in honor of Martin Luther King. At one point, he cups his hand to his ear as if to indicate he's having trouble hearing the speaker. Then, in about a minute and a half in, he takes a not-so-subtle glance at his watch.
They played that over and over and over and over.
I didn't see it.
It's 3 minutes of him just falling asleep. He's tired. You know, but it just happens to be the MLK speech.
Had you been LBJ, you could have pepped the crowd out. Make that a pillow. Can I have a pillow for this? Can you put the speech on hold? It's got to go outside. Don't stay alone. Go ahead, Dan.
And if you thought it was old-fashioned to get down on one knee to propose to your girlfriend, think again. A survey by British...
Hey, flip the back porch light on and off so it'll come back.
It's after dark.
Yeah, you don't want to feed it after dark either.
Or get it wet.
Anyway, a survey by a British wedding site found that 54% of men still propose on one knee. Here are some other interesting proposal facts. 44% of men ask their girlfriend's father for permission to propose. 57% of men cry when she says yes. And 23% of women have received more than one proposal.
You're nodding your head.
What?
Did you cry when she said yes?
No, but I can see why you would. That's why. That's why I was nodding.
Did you ask her parents' permission?
For what?
For her hand in marriage.
Surprised they didn't ask me first.
Especially the first time. That's normally traditional.
I don't know if it's her first time.
You know, it's not. She's never been married before.
I don't know if she hasn't been asked before.
No, still the polite thing to do.
Oh. So how did you do it?
I haven't done it yet.
You were married,
then? I don't remember. Such a bad memory.
You didn't ask her parents?
Let me think. No, because we were up in Missouri. And her parents were in Texas. No, I did not ask her parents.
Okay. Well,
you guys are all here in the same
Her parents
town.
live in Farmers Branch.
Oh, I see. Well, I can see the distance.
Thank you.
Problem for you.
Very helpful. She actually asked me, she didn't say, I want you to take the ring back. She said, would you like to hang on to this until we come closer to a date?
Oh, that's her way of going, are we getting closer to a date? Do we have one in mind? Do we have one in sight? Is it on the calendar yet?
And what did you say?
No, you can hang on to it.
Yeah.
Almost took it.
Why?
Because we're not close to it.
That's just her way of bringing.
Because we're not close to a date.
That's not what she meant at all.
That's not really a good gamble to play with me.
No, there's aren't a good gamble.
Do you want to hold this until we get closer to actually setting a date? Okay.
I was kidding. Give it back to me. Let's set a date.
Oh, there's no reason for that. Whether you got it on or where it's sitting in a safe someplace, that's not going to speed up any date.
I don't understand what you're waiting on, really.
I don't want to set a date.
Why?
Because I don't know that I even want to be engaged anymore.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You know, she lives with you. You love her. Nothing's going to change if you get married. Just go ahead and do the party and the celebration and the wedding.
It's too much of a finality.
So you're never going to do it?
I don't know. And you're certainly not one to run around swinging meat fingers.
My girl doesn't live with me, and our lives would significantly change.
You've been together a lot longer. The situations are still very similar.
She doesn't live there, though. But in our lives...
That's not what I'm talking about.
They would have to significantly change our lifestyle. Sure they would.
Oh, how?
Well, first of all...
She lives with you. John goes to a new school. Big deal.
And there's no after-school care. So her parents could not come in every day to watch
You have
the kid.
cash for that.
She wants them to be with her mom.
Well, then move them over here.
I don't want her mom living over here.
Exactly.
She wants to live where she wants.
So it's a lifestyle change that you don't want.
It's a lifestyle change neither of us want.
I believe she would like to have her parents or her mom or somebody supported without having to worry about anything.
Not supporting anybody's parents.
Again, it's your lifestyle that you don't want to change.
It's my cash. I'm not spending this for somebody's mom. She wouldn't want that anyway. Her mother's.
You don't know that.
Her mother's very busy out where she is.
Well, who says that just because you got married that your life? I mean, you could still live the same way. Just be married.
I knew some weasel would come up with that angle.
Thanks, Weasel.
You're welcome.
Easter Weasel. Yeah, why don't you just get married and let her live with... Actually, I would prefer that. All right, we're married, but you don't live here.
What's the point in being married then? We've both been married. We're not going to have kids together.
Well, what's the point of having any type of commitment? You can play this in circles all you want.
I know.
But if you're going to be together for a long time, and it's supposed to be long term, why not get married? I don't know if mine's going to be long term or not.
Yes, you do.
No, I have no clue.
Well, I guess not.
I'm getting more sleep now, and now I'm on the hunt.
You're not.
Yes, I am.
You wouldn't leave her. She loves you, and you love her.
I've had a lot of people love me before that I cheated on.
Well, that's true.
Okay.
Most of them.
All right.
All right. So you're going to cheat on her.
So far, your argument's really gone to piss.
Just marry the woman. She lives in your house.
You marry Joy, and I'll do mine.
You two just do it together. Seriously.
Why don't you suck both of them in tandem? I don't even care if the heads touch. You do that, both JD and I'll get married to our chicks tomorrow.
Let me think about it. Just kidding.
Okay. When you're ready, they'll blow us both.
3 weeks ago, Golf Channel anchor Kelly Tillman used the term lynched.
You're right, that does sound funny to hear. Golf Channel.
Yeah. My biggest point.
During a television commentary about Tiger Woods, Tillman was suspended for 2 weeks because of the comment. Here, Tiger says he forgives her for what she said in this audio cut number 2.
It was unfortunate. Kelly and I did speak, and there was no ill intent. She regrets saying it. So, in my eyes, it's all said and done. She's a friend of mine, which she is. I've known her basically for about...
All right, so why didn't you tell Sharpton to get off her ass?
Yes, well, why didn't you do this a week ago whenever this started?
This quote came out when?
It was yesterday. I think it was yesterday, yeah.
It's all said and done. She's a friend of mine, which she is. I've known her basically for about 10 or 11 years now. And it was just, we all say things that we do regret. And that's certainly a moment that she certainly regrets.
Well, certainly that'll be the end of that.
I haven't heard anything else out of Sharpton about this.
No, she only got one reporter on CNN to even go with that stupid story.
You're right, I didn't really see anybody else pick up on that. Short of that golf magazine, they put the news on the cover, and that guy gets popped.
Yeah, that was really, really stupid.
I don't know why Sharpton's turned loose of this. Unless he's going to wait for her to come back from her suspension.
That's possible.
Which really could have been her vacation.
Or 2 weeks.
Yeah, it just kind of synced up. What, Trey?
Or he knows that if he does, if Tiger Woods does come out against him, he's going to lose that PR battle. It's decided hard. It's too risky. He got some TV time. Let it go.
Yeah, but JD or whoever brought it up, they're right. Why wait till now for Tiger to come out and say this? I know they issued a statement right after she said it. Why not just call Sharpton and go, look, she's talking about me. I wasn't offended. You need to shut the hell up, or I'm going to come get you.
He may have. That may be why Sharpton's let it go. Just back channel, no press. Hey, lay off.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Kiefer Sutherland was released from the Glendale City Jail in Los Angeles yesterday morning. He served his full 48-day sentence for driving under the influence and violating his probation. He was on laundry detail. Glendale officer John Balian said he was a model prisoner. No problems. He did his work and did not complain. Kiefer celebrated his 41st birthday, Christmas, and New Year's behind bars. He had only one visitor in all that time, and it was his attorney.
Jesse James from Jackal, well, who I didn't know this, is buddies with Kiefer. Wants to take me out there and hang out with him in his, Kiefer's got a recording studio.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would be cool.
Do you know that?
Yeah, I saw it.
He's got his own label.
They did a documentary about some band, I forgot the name of it, but he was going to be their manager, and it's this cluster F.
Who's he?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Okay.
Of them going around the world. He's drunk most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be most of the time if you're going to cost a Christmas tree.
I love that video.
That's from the documentary.
So they knew he was on camera and he still jumped on a Christmas tree.
Have you seen that, Chuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in a hotel lobby, and he's got this hard on for this Christmas tree. Flying across the lobby, dives right into it. So Jesse wants to take me out to L.A. He goes, we'll go out there and we'll jam with Kiefer.
Oh, you don't go anywhere. He knows that.
I might go out there for that.
To go to L.A. to jam with Kiefer?
Why not?
You never travel any place. Why don't you go with us? Go someplace with us. We always
because
have fun
this would
travel.
be cool.
When we travel, it's cool. We have fun.
Get to go hang out with a
Hollywood star.
Hollywood crowd. Yeah. Go hang out at all the hot spots, the SpongeBob SquarePants. I'll go wherever.
You would certainly fit in.
Why wouldn't I?
It's just a different crowd.
Make any difference? Yes. I can get drunk and screw Christmas trees.
With the best of them.
Yeah.
Have we have video of this, do we?
No. But I didn't have a crew following me around.
That's true.
Why wouldn't I want to go out there and do that?
Why would you want to hang out with Kiefer Sutherland?
I'd just be curious of everything that goes along with that.
Just to see how
the lifestyle. Jesse said his studio is out in one of the, what's the rotten part of L.A.? Inglewood? Compton?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like Compton. Out that way through Triple Gates. And it's just it's some building that looks like an industrial building. Then you go inside and it's plush.
I didn't know you and Jesse James were that close. I know you hang out with him when he's in town, but...
Well, I've been talking to him on and off for the past couple of months about the white trash party.
Oh, is he coming?
We don't know yet.
No. Okay.
They're checking their schedule, and he just brought up the Kiefer thing. He said he's going to be out in a couple of weeks.
So you're going to jet out to L.A.?
Yeah.
For a weekend? A week? What?
I haven't decided.
You're not going anywhere.
It depends on how long Keith wants me to stay.
Keith? You're such a turd. Keith.
It'd be really cool, too, because 24 is about to start up, so... He'll be with all the hot chicks, and
maybe I could get a spot.
Bet you can.
Oh, dude, Mark Davis would eat you alive.
Why?
Mark Davis is in love with 24 and Kiefer Sutherland and everything. Oh, he would hate you.
Well, no, I have to go.
Yeah, you must go. I understand. Now it's a challenge.
And then call Mark from Kiefer's studio.
Hey, Keith, you want to keep it down over there? What was it, Mark?
My God, stop having so much fun.
Is that Kiefer? Absolutely. He's standing 3 inches from me. Could I speak with him? Nope. Just lost him.
He must have found a tree.
I don't think I knew that about Mark Davis. I got to go just for that reason.
Yeah.
I'm out here now with Kiefer, and we're both curling.
Kiefer has his own curling rink.
Yeah.
You should see his pins.
Oh, my God, yeah. I'm with you now. You do have to go.
Anybody else want to go?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to document it. I take the camera.
I'll call, if I remember, I'll call Jesse on the way home. And then now that Kiefer's out, see if we want to go in a couple of weekends.
It'll be a blast.
And while we're curling, we're having this great political discussion.
Kiefer's letting us read the scripture 24.
Here's how the season ends.
He gave us all parts. How's your fat wife?
Oh, Russ.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, I said that.
Yeah.
Oh. Never mind.
Okay. Dan, do you have anything you could read? Obituaries?
Why do you get so quiet?
The plugs, possibly?
That's already
His wife's not fat.
I know she's not. She's beautiful.
But it's funny to throw it out there at the end.
Yes. It was just an awkward moment.
Not for me.
No, I don't believe any moments are awkward for you, are they?
Thank you. You've been a great sidekick. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. To promote her new movie, The Hottie and the Naughty, Paris Hilton plans to start her stuff in Dallas today. She hits the Regent Highland Park Village for the premiere of the film.
She's in town now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All day today.
And I was actually, because that's in the same, that theater is right there next to the one Larry
theater?
North. The Regent Highland Park Village Theater.
Okay.
That's the one that's next to Larry North. I was there today, and they were completely, changing around the facade of it and everything, getting it all really fancy.
What time is she supposed to be down there?
They reached Highland Park Village for the premiere of the film at 6 p.m. before heading to the W Hotel's Ghost Bar for the screening's after party. According to the press release, Paris will pose for photos down the red carpet outside the Ghost Bar's red carpet catwalk between 9 and 9:30 p.m. Then the shindig becomes closed doors for Paris entourage until 11 p.m. when the public is allowed in for a cover-free Tuesday night party until 2 a.m.
Okay.
What's okay? You got that look like you're thinking about something.
That's not worth the effort. Just have everybody roll down their windows so I can scream whore.
That would be fun.
That's too cold. Plus, you didn't laugh at the fat wife joke.
Sorry, man. Okay. The court commissioner handling Britney Spears' custody case has repeatedly ordered the pop star to undergo a psychological evaluation, but she has refused to comply. This according to TMZ.com. Commissioner Scott Gordon has issued multiple orders known as a 730 evaluation. Meanwhile, Spears' lawyers will go to court Wednesday and ask Gordon to allow the singer monitored visitation with her two sons in a therapeutic setting. TMZ is hearing buzz that Spears' ex-husband, Kevin Federline, and probably the court will not want her to bypass the evaluation process, so that can make it unlikely for her lawyers to win a bid to regain visitation, even in that therapeutic setting.
She doesn't want the kids. Let this go.
She keeps, at least she showed up for this one.
And?
Well, I'm just saying.
How many other things has she missed?
Maybe.
How many court dates?
I go back.
How many drug tests?
I go back to the multiple personalities. Maybe one of the personalities doesn't want the kids. The Brit. There's an audio, I'll have to pull it, of her just saying something. The reason I didn't pull it was just like 2 seconds.
I know. She's going through a store asking, do you have this? And she's got a British accent. Yeah. And that went back, and that's what people pointed at when, well, obviously she's got multiple personalities. No, she's undope.
Well, it could be multiple. Remember, we had a friend that's in radio whose ex-wife now, had multiple personalities. And he came home one day, she was crying.
I don't know who this is.
I'm not sure we should say on the air. He's still on the air in town.
Radio guy?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Mornings?
Yes. Stop it. Ex-wife. Anyway, she comes home one morning, and she's crying.
Mouth it.
Don't repeat it, please.
Okay. Who? Oh. Okay.
She's crying uncontrollably, and he goes, "What's
Hawk, I know about this."
Can't tell the story now. Anyway, I'll finish. He can sue me. He told me the story.
He told you the story?
Okay.
She was, well, it's his ex-wife.
She was crying, and he said, "What's the matter, honey?" She goes, "Well, I have all these..." They had, at this point, decided they had personalities. And she goes, "Well, it's terrible. I'll pick the name. Beth has died."
Okay.
And he goes, "Well, why is that bad? Beth's the only one that liked you."
Oh, that's an old joke.
Well, then that's what he told me.
He told you that off the air?
Uh-huh.
And that's when they got divorced?
A few years later. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's still a funny story.
It's a very funny story.
How are you doing, Claude?
I need a break.
Okay, good. I always like to end on funny stories.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
Can only guess that it is, in fact, the body of Heath Ledger, the actor found dead this afternoon. We also have on the phone with us right now Dr. Bruce Levy, a medical examiner who's joining us. Dr. Levy, from what you've learned from how he was found, reportedly naked, unconscious on a bed, prescription, or rather over-the-counter pills found around him, what would be going on?
I'm going to grab anybody and ask the most innocuous questions. He's not going to have an answer.
Just
well, we don't know for sure it's prescription or over-the-counter.
Dealing with over-the-counter medications only is just preliminary. And sometimes, people go to the scenes, they see the boxes of over-the-counter medication and assume that's all there is. The medical examiner in New York City will inventory all that medication and document what is over-the-counter, what is prescription, so we'll know exactly what those medications are.
Why don't you pump his belly?
They're going to do that,
think
too.
About an overdose as one of the more likely causes of death, especially in a young seemingly healthy young man.
And they'll find that out once they pump his belly.
But
and they must not have very much stock footage of him because CNN's running the same loop over and over and over.
From Brokeback.
That there may be a natural disease process going on here. We won't know until an autopsy is done.
And what other clues would you be looking for, Dr. Levy, on the scene?
Jesus Christ.
Well, at the scene, you're certainly going to want to inventory all the medications. You're going to want to see what they are.
Didn't he just say that?
Medications,
Yes.
things that may be for treating a natural disease that we are unaware of at this time. That's another important factor.
We're going to be on 3
minutes. Supposedly, that's the body coming out of the building.
Okay.
Without their clothes on isn't necessarily remarkable.
He's in bed. In a hotel room.
Stretching it as far as they can do it.
Is to keep an open mind and not to jump to any conclusions based on what is at this point.
Check his ass. Go ahead, Dan.
Britney Spears may have dumped her paparazzi boyfriend, Adnan Ghali.
Hang on. Who picked her as the most beautiful woman in the world?
British celebrity magazine Hello. She received 29% of the over 110,000 votes cast.
Why?
Because British people are crazy.
Okay.
That's best I can do for you.
Who was number 2?
Number 2 was someone named Delta Goodrem, who got 26%, and then the least attractive Spice Girl, Sporty Spice, came in 3rd.
Okay. She used to be hot. She really did. We're
talking about now.
I don't know. Now it's just a disaster.
You want to take the cannon back in Gavin's office?
Sure.
Where is it?
It's down right over here.
Okay. Make sure it's loaded.
Okay.
Don't do this to him.
You want it in your mouth?
No.
Okay. What is it, Chloe?
Just thinking, all these times Gavin's in there just doing his work, getting done. He's just, and all of a sudden, just this stuff comes out of the blue.
No! No! No, I'm serious, man! Dude, that stuff blows fire out. No! Dude, I heard it yesterday. No! No! No!
Push it.
No!
What's he doing?
He's gone over his day.
Oh, my God! Oh, no! Oh, no!
Chase him down the hall with it, Trey. Trey!
Yeah.
Chase him down the hall with it.
Okay.
It's not loaded.
No. That thing scares the hell out of me. How many more shells we got?
I think we got an entire box, don't we?
Yeah.
Do you want to do another one outside?
I sort of do. God, that's so cool.
At least 10.
Great.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
And let me see if I kept the shot from yesterday. Dan, read something while I'm looking for this.
Okay. A complaint has been filed against Dr. Phil with the California Board of Psychology. The complaint reportedly...
I didn't know until today. He's not licensed to practice anywhere.
I didn't find that out either until I read the story.
The complaint reportedly accuses Dr. Phil of practicing without a license when he visited Britney Spears at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center after her meltdown earlier this month. Dr. Phil is also accused of violating the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. The complaint alleges Dr. Phil practiced clinical psychology without a license and further violated doctor-patient privilege by discussing the pop star's case with the media. Dr. Phil has never been licensed to practice in California, and he is no longer licensed in his home state of Texas. McGraw failed to complete the conditions imposed as disciplinary sanctions by the Texas State Board of Examiners of Psychologists in 1989. At that time, a former therapy client had filed a complaint against him, claiming their relationship was inappropriate. He later admitted giving her a job, but denied touching her. Soon after he was officially reprimanded, McGraw closed his private practice.
All right, I found it from yesterday. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Come back inside, please.
That is so tremendous. That is the coolest toy. Again, I go back to how come it took us so long to find one of these.
We didn't know about it until that guy with a band sent it up here.
All the things we've blown up. That's the best.
Well, and this one's obviously a little more safe because it's just blowing out shotgun blanks out of the end.
And how big is the flame, Trey?
Probably 8-10 feet.
Jeez.
We played with it after the show last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where?
Trey put a box over the end of it just to see.
What did we do? And
no box.
Just shredded it?
Yeah.
Was this in the house?
Okay.
Are you serious? You did that in the house, in the building?
Yeah, we had it tested.
Were you getting drunk and just doing silly things? You know how bad that thing sounded outdoors.
Nobody was in the building.
And other than the box, anything else destroyed?
Nah, not really. But just a lot of smoke.
Okay. Lovely.
God. Fire station's 47 one here long. Hey, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Come back inside, please.
I love your reaction.
Did you check outside when you were looking for Gavin?
The door had not been open. I don't know where he went.
Oh. The reason I'm asking, are there any cars left in the lot?
There's a few. Can we go run look and see how many?
Yes. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay, and we mentioned Dr. Phil. He, of course, regrets talking to the media about his meeting with Britney Spears the morning after her breakdown.
Had he actually been licensed and then went and talked to the media, they could actually sue him for that.
They could have got him.
That would be breach of fiduciary duty.
Yep.
But in this case, he was just going as a family. His defense will be, I was going as a family.
His family
friend.
said they invited him to go talk to her.
Yes.
And if you're going to go talk to her under the guise of being a healthcare professional, and then you go talk to the media afterwards, that's still going to be a breach of fiduciary duty, whether they handed him cash or not.
He wanted to be in the media. He wanted to get his name back out there.
And he tells USA Today, was it helpful to the situation? Regrettably, no, it was not. And I have to acknowledge that, and I do. I definitely think that if I had to do it over again, I probably wouldn't make any statement at all, period.
Somebody said that it got him in trouble with Oprah, and you know Oprah controls the strings of everything.
What did she say?
She was not pleased that he was in the middle of all that, making him look less credible, which, again, reflects on the show.
How was the parking lot?
Actually, quite a few cars left.
Okay. We'll wait till later. But we can listen to this. Hey, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Come back inside, please. All right, Dan.
The Amy Winehouse Death Watch continues. Last week, Amy threw a party.
Did you keep her on your list for this year?
Yes, I even mentioned it when we first got back on the air. Because you had snagged Britney, and I snatched Amy Winehouse and her husband back up.
Okay.
Someone shot some video, and then somebody leaked that video to Britain's Sun tabloid. A portion of that video, which allegedly shows Amy taking a pull off a crack pipe, has been posted on their website. Amy also admits on the tape that she had taken 6 Valium earlier that evening. Although it's not in the clip on the Sun website, the tape supposedly shows Amy snorting cocaine and powdered ecstasy as well.
Oh, you could take 6 Valium and
do anything.
Yeah. Because when I took too many of the lorazepam, not important how many, I actually got sick and started yakking.
Did you? How many did you take, really?
It's not important.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
How many did you take?
Don't take more than a couple.
You took 3.
Don't take more than a couple.
Okay. You know better than that. You're
I didn't know anything
than that.
I didn't know anything about it. It says 1 milligram.
Okay, 1 milligram of some things can kill you.
Okay, well, I didn't know that 1 milligram of lorazepam was really that potent.
That's a lot.
I'd taken a couple before. I didn't have any problems.
Did you?
4 obviously is my limit.
You're puking, huh?
Yeah.
Well, were you drinking along with it?
Of course.
Good. Mix it right up there. Jesus.
That breaking news.
They were engaged to be married, and then he lost it all. And as we were just saying, in the last few months since
Actor Heath Ledger dead.
did something we've never seen him do before. He hit the social circuit. He was dating supermodels. He was even dating Lindsay Lohan. That's not the...
I don't know how you date anybody after you're in a movie where you get it in the ass with spit.
It's acting.
I don't care. They actually had scenes where they're kissing, right?
Yes.
Tongue kissing.
It's acting. It's
I don't need a gig that badly. Were CBS to come in tomorrow and said the only way that we're going to continue to pay you whatever it is we pay you, you're going to have to tongue kiss somebody.
Again, you're not an actor. I mean, being true to the art is I can do anything. I can play anything. I can play a gay guy. I can play somebody that gets it in the tooth.
This is supposed to be theater of the mind. I should be able to play that out in my head.
You should.
I'm not going to be able... I don't even know that I could fake tongue kissing some guy on the air.
You almost put your mouth on Dan Lewis's.
That was to save somebody's life, which was foolish.
Yeah, I think she'd let him die, too.
What is it, Troy?
The scary thing is, the chick who he had the baby with, and I guess was nearly married, she was in the movie, too. She thought it was hot.
Which part?
The
tongue kissing?
The homoerotic nature of their roles. She thought it was hot to see them in bed together, and yeah.
I could probably make it if it's kind of left to the imagination. Maybe the tent scene, as long as you don't got to see nothing. But the actually mouth-on-mouth stuff and the tongue and the other stuff, I'd be, no.
She's probably into it because she's an actress, and she realizes how hard that is for an actor to do. And you're really coming true to your art.
It's
gay. Not gay.
It is gay.
It's acting.
Are you kissing another man?
It's acting.
Are you sticking your tongue against another man's tongue?
Yes.
Gay.
And you're being
acting.
Yeah, but you're also being paid for it. So in Russ's category, that also make you a gay whore.
Yeah.
Whore.
All right. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then.
Okay.
Slick. Mm-hmm. Say you're in a movie.
All right.
And the script calls for you to blow somebody. There's a camera crew. There's cash. There's the ween waiting.
Is it? Well, it's all. No, that's gay.
Why is that gay?
Well, because I don't know. I couldn't do either one of them.
But kissing some guy's not gay.
I never even saw the movie. Is it literally one of those?
I think it is. I can't. I've seen clips on the internet, and that was when we watched it in here, and I couldn't watch all of it. Anybody see it?
No.
I bet. Gavin.
Totally not gay.
I don't care if it's gay or not. Did you see the movie?
I did not, no.
Nobody in here?
Sorry.
All right. At least we're safe.
Oh, if you saw the movie, you're gay also? If you went to the movie, you're gay.
It's like going to see a gay movie.
It's not. It's a movie about two cowboys.
It's two gay guys. You're just changing the scenery.
A movie about two cowboys would be Red River, Montgomery, or whoever, like the John Wade and the other guy.
This is not gay
and they don't make out.
The majority of the movie is not them getting it.
Okay, so
it's about the struggle of two gay guys dealing with their sexuality.
Struggle.
And they go out on a little overnight romp and decide to spit in somebody's ass.
Yes, it's about struggles of humanity and love.
The what?
The struggles of humanity. That they're human
That's
beings.
not a struggle.
It is a struggle. They had a really hard time coming to terms with the fact that they were both homosexual, and they fought. Apparently, according to what I read about the movie, they fight it for a while. They don't believe it's really happening. And then it really happens. Then they're kind of put off by it, and then they embrace it. That's typical struggle.
So you'd take it as a movie role.
If I was really, really young and there's a lot of money, and I thought it was going to be as big of a movie as it turned out to be, yeah.
What if it turned out to be a flop?
Then that would suck really hard, because then you're just gay. Oh, it would be so embarrassing.
How are we doing, Chloe?
Breaking for.
All right. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, another round in the George Clooney Fabio has gone to Fabio. In Touch Weekly says that a few weeks ago, George called to make a reservation at Medio, the Italian restaurant where he and Fabio got into their now legendary shoving match late last year. But when he was told that Fabio was planning to eat there that night, he suddenly lost his appetite and told him he would not be needing a reservation after all.
Pussy.
Really? Who, Clooney?
Yeah.
He's a pussy for being afraid of a guy much bigger than him. All right. You gonna wrestle Jagger?
For what?
Well, see who can win?
Who's gonna be whose bitch?
Yeah. I can tell you how it went the first time you went round and round with a gay guy. All right, so you can listen to it.
Oh, do we have that?
What is it?
It's audio of when Big Gay Steven was in.
I love that day, because he wasn't after me.
Was this... He came in the studio and pulled me back out underneath the console?
Underneath the console. You were almost out to. You're all the way to my feet. Now you just disappeared like a cat going to the bath. I was all left with your finger marks in the carpet.
How do you go from the Fabio thing to me wrestling Jagger?
Well, he's afraid of him because he's a great big guy and threatened to kick his ass.
All right.
Well, you have a great big guy threatening to do other things to your ass. And you said you would.
I wouldn't mind having my ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
What you're talking about is demeaning.
Well, wrestle him then.
For what?
Dominance. Alpha dog.
Charity. Did you all put some cash up?
Oh, yeah.
Which charity?
Go to the foundation.
No. You know what, cops?
You wrestling.
He doesn't want to. I'm not his bitch. You are.
Not his bitch.
You are.
In a fist fight, I'd probably knock him down. Wrestling, he's got those superhuman homo powers, and I'm not getting anywhere near him. That's what allows them to have sex with other guys when they can't find another homo.
They just overpower him?
Yes.
So he'll...
The Gay Steven thing. What is Gay Steven? Maybe 5'8", 5'9"?
Yeah. He was amazing.
If he wanted in your ass, there's nothing you could do to stop him.
I was amazed when he chased me that one time.
What cut on this disc?
No, it should be the only one.
Lock the door. Lock the door.
No, you're
Lock
not
the door.
locking me.
Why was Valerie in the studio?
She used to come by occasionally. Just drop in. You invited her.
Lock the door. Lock the door. Lock the door. Lock the door.
No, you're
Lock
not
the
letting
door.
me in.
No, Steven's coming.
No.
There he is. Eddie, hold the door. Eddie, I swear to God, don't let him in. Now, I forget, did Eddie Boyd actually let him in, or Steven yank it out of his hands?
I think Steven just got the door open.
And got by Eddie, I think, because Eddie was out of control laughing.
You heard it?
Oh, no! Look at Russ.
This is disturbing.
No, just let it roll. He didn't actually get in yet.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't get in.
He got part of my pants down and got one of his fingers in my hood.
He didn't really. I know.
Yes, he did.
He got your pants down. I know.
He got my pants partially down and got his finger in my head.
No, he didn't.
I was there for almost all of it.
But out of body. Got his pants down.
Oh, God, they're Hey, last time I saw something like that, it had a race around the end.
All right. You actually made energy that time. You had your pants down. Well, you let...
Now, was that the entire scenario? He comes around here to the console.
Got you.
I crawl out towards you, John.
You came toward me, and then you got about to my feet, and then you went back.
I vanished.
You just went away. He couldn't help. He's on the floor.
He touched my naked ass.
Yes, he did. That was like a woman, like how I would envision a woman being dragged into the woods before she's raped.
Need a break? I don't like that compliment. No. That one's fine. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
I didn't realize it was irritating.
Yeah, very. It's the repetition and the noise.
I have to do that.
Why?
I can't learn it if I don't repeat it.
Do it at home.
I do. Amy doesn't like it either.
Well, I guess we're in accordance. Everybody agrees. It's irritating.
Well, and because we've got new songs we're adding that need more horns, and we don't have enough horns.
Right.
So I got to use the guitar synthesizer to learn it.
Great. I thought Chuck could do horns.
You can't even do some of them. Looks like it's got a hum in it.
Oh, darn, it's broken. It does sound like a horn. Did Ryan ever get his saxophone?
You go get your sax? Where is it? Where is it? Dan, you'll talk to him, yes.
See where it is.
He's got it now.
Is it warmed up? Who's on the hotline?
That's Gail.
Oh, all right. Hi, Gail.
Huh.
What do you got?
I've got Don Davis Auto Group and some new problems on I-30 eastbound at Beltline Road in Grand Prairie. There's a wreck in the left lane. It's heavy from Great Southwest. On eastbound 635 at Preston, the 2 right lanes are closed. It's in the middle of what was already really heavy traffic. Southbound Simmons at Commonwealth, you've got a stalled truck in the right lane. It's backed up to at least Mockingbird, and it's looking like there's still shoes all over the road on westbound I-30 past Walton Walker. In Fort Worth, well, they cleared those wrecks. In Garland, there's a big old warehouse fire on Kingsley at Jupiter, and that's causing some slowdowns. You can see it from LBJ, and eastbound is slow. There's a lot of smoke. Preston at headquarters, a crash, and there's been a power outage in Denton and Mayhill between 35 and University. All your signal lights are out. I'm Gail Lightfoot on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Gail. Down into the 20s for the low tonight and mid-40s tomorrow. We're at 33 now at Live 105.3.
Amy came upstairs because I got the speakers blaring.
Oh, I know you do.
She went, it's like having a marching band in the house.
Okay. Yeah, once you know that you're getting to somebody that just guaranteed you're going to keep doing it.
Well, then I just started playing everything I knew, whether it was horn related or not.
God.
Where does it start? Is that D?
Yes.
Got it. You got it down. Good. You got it? Oh, Jesus.
What was the other
That's
one?
all I could hear during the whole break in the office. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that effect. Yeah, I like that. That's not irritating for some reason. It's that high tinny thing you had going a while ago.
Those are horns.
How about we let somebody play with the horns?
We don't have enough horns.
What do you need horns for?
Why don't you just get a band?
I got a band.
I mean, like a real, like a band with the.
If I wanted a real band, I wouldn't have started this one.
Like a high school or like a high school band or like a college band or something. You know,
you mean a marching band?
Marching band,
Like
yeah.
Fleetwood Mac did on that one album.
Oh,
Tusk.
yeah, they had the USC marching band come out.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Just have them come out during the songs that need horns.
Yeah, like they could just sit up right behind the band, and at Nokia there's plenty of room.
What new songs are you adding? Or is that a secret?
Nah, it's not a big deal. Some Village People crap and Pat Benatar, something else. Why?
I'm just curious.
You want to hear the Pat Benatar?
Absolutely.
Oh, Jesus. What's wrong with you, Trey? Headphones not working today? Stop. Got it. You got it. Good.
Third floor.
Oh, my head hurt.
Play La Bamba.
La Bamba on that with this thing?
Yeah.
Hold on. Hang on. Wait.
Very nice.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Deep Purple?
God. Stop. We get it. You know how to play this. I can see how that would be irritating in the house.
Yeah, because I got three amps hooked up to it while I'm practicing.
God. You can do it in your headphones.
Yeah. All right, Ryan, let's hear what you got. This is supposed to be the solo for From the Bitches Back?
Yeah.
All right. Do you need any help with anything?
No, I'm just going to play it.
All right, go ahead.
Here we go.
Yeah. taking my headphones off. You guys tell me what it sounds like.
Put your headphones back on. We have to suffer with you and your guitar.
Did you start yet?
No.
No. All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead, Dan.
He was just warming up. Give the kid a chance. Maybe it's better in the context of the song.
Yeah. Why don't you go find a band to play with it? Is that close or not, Chuck?
I can't tell.
Oh, do it again. No. Go ahead, Dan.
Do you remember Circus of the Stars?
Yeah, just had a flashback.
Well, of course, it was an annual special on CBS, which featured celebrities performing circus-type acts.
Are they bringing this back?
Of course.
Is this all because of the writer's strike?
Yeah, that is a major part
and the success of Dancing with the Stars, too. They're going to spin off anything with the stars.
Okay, all right, well, then that makes sense.
It's twofold. It ran.
I used to watch the Circus with the Stars.
I did. I remembered. I basically grew up watching that show, and then when all the Dancing with the Stars and all these shows came out, I was thinking, why don't they bring that back? Because then at least you got to see celebrities, eat some sort of, have some pain.
Yeah. It would always be about high wire acts of whatever.
The trapeze, the lions.
I hope they do the tiger training.
When is it coming back?
Well, ABC is in negotiations to revive it as a weekly celebrity competition reality show like Dancing with the Stars. And for some reason, ABC isn't the only network developing a circus-related reality show. NBC is currently developing a curiously similar-sounding show called Celebrity Circus. Their show will observe celebrities as they train to become acts in a real circus. On the finale, they'll perform before a live crowd.
And what they're going to do, whether these things air or not, they're going to stockpile them. You ever have another writer's strike? They say, screw you, we're going to run all this stuff.
Just pull them out and we still have all new stuff. I heard that the writers and they're finally everybody's starting to talk again.
I'm really shocked that they were able to go this long because look at all the different shows that you had to cancel, the award shows, whatever. The revenue that the networks have lost, just the money that the writers have lost. I don't know how each side's held out. And all they're talking about is ancillary rights to other forms of media.
To like
internet, DVD, I don't know if
like iTunes, downloads, that
crap
kind of
like
thing.
that. You don't have any added costs. Why not give them a cut of it and get over this?
Probably just got to be one of those things. We're tougher than we're bigger than you are. We've still got programming we can do. We can put Anna Nicole Smith on for 13 weeks.
Yeah. Luckily for us, a guy from Brokeback died. We can run that forever.
That's all we're going to see.
Oh, the networks are desperate now. They're bringing cable shows to the network TV, and I guess they're going to have to edit them and clean them up because there's a show on Showtime called Dexter about a serial killer with a conscience. He's a serial killer, but he only kills people who deserve it.
Oh, people who've got it coming?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, well, that's not as funny.
I thought you meant he just killed people and just felt really bad.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it.
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to feel awful tomorrow.
As he's bludgeoning someone with a brick. I'm so sorry.
Bam, sorry. Bam, sorry.
I could have done that. Well, try to get tomorrow one day at a time. All right, go ahead, Dan.
The L.A. County coroner says that Brad Renfro died with a freshly inked tattoo across his back that read, F all y'all. Renfro had just gotten the tattoo last Sunday. He was found dead on Tuesday at the age of 25. And Lindsay Lohan will work 2 4-hour days at a morgue, as well as 2 days at a hospital emergency room as part of her sentence for last year's drunk driving conviction. Lindsay also has done rehab, some community service, and, of course, 84 minutes of jail time as part of her plea deal.
I think if you stuck everybody convicted of DWI in a morgue, and I knew I was going to have to do that, that'd be enough to stop me from almost anything.
I guess so, because that's nasty. Have you ever been in one?
A morgue?
Yeah.
No, I don't like being in funeral homes.
No, you don't like to go to the hospital and see your own parents. I forgot.
Yeah. They're too close.
I still can't believe you haven't seen your dad, even over Christmas.
I saw him right after I had the stroke.
He was asleep when you went in.
We tried to wake him up.
Would you shake the old man?
Carlos went with me. He was jabbing on his feet, calling his name.
Was he just sleeping, or was he in a coma?
I think he was just...
I don't
know how long after the stroke it was. Couldn't have been more than a few days, because I went almost as soon as I heard about it. He could have just been out on Dope.
Yeah, it could have been on morphine or whatever else.
I'm not sure what the process is.
How come you haven't gone back? Now that
that was just too disturbing.
Well, he's around. He's getting around now. He'll probably look better.
I don't know.
It will be more disturbing if, God forbid, something happens someday. And
I understand. You know what? I'm a pussy, and that's the that's the end result of all of this. I don't want to go. I don't want to see my dad in that situation. It's going to depress me. It's going to depress everybody around me. I don't want to go. I know that's self-centered. I know it's narcissistic. I'm a coward. I got no other excuse.
There's nothing great about it. Believe me, I've been there to watch somebody that you love and somebody you looked up to be completely incapacitated.
Okay, you've talked me into it.
Well, I'll go with you.
It's not going to make any difference. I almost passed out when I went to the VA hospital just knowing what I was going to go in and look at.
I was in rehab, and it's going to be a cheery, better atmosphere. Not cheery, but a better atmosphere in a hospital. Yeah, rehab is more like a, kind of like a resort. I saw the picture of your dad's rehab place. It looked very nice. It looked like a little hotel.
It probably smells like old people.
It probably smells very clean and very nice. It looked very upscale.
Trey, you ever been in one?
Yes.
What did it smell like?
Old people.
Thank you.
It's your father.
If you put it in a brochure, I wouldn't go.
No, not for a vacation, but that's not what this is.
Enjoy the view. The aroma of the piss.
I've been in them.
Like being at the ocean.
I've been in them. My mom was in a nursing home for a while. Now, is he in rehab or nursing home?
Everyone has their own jellyfish.
Oh, stop.
Stick your ear up to a bedpan.
All right.
That's not the ocean. Thanks, Dan. Go ahead. What?
Never. I think you're going to have to bedpan.
I'll be damned.
What?
It doesn't. No. Low tide.
The National Enquirer.
Is Chuck been over? Just sticking your hand up to the bedpan?
Well, you know how he is with that sound anyway, and you had to put bedpan in there.
Go ahead, Dan.
The National Enquirer is reporting that Dom DeLuise is battling cancer.
That was the guy stuck on my Deadpool.
I know. I figured he was dead, but he's not. He's just got cancer.
Dom DeLuise and the Christian Brando.
Yeah.
Who's not dead.
I know. Okay. You got those two. Those are good calls.
All right.
Supposedly, he has both prostate cancer and penile cancer. He's 74.
What does penis cancer involve?
The only thing I can guess is that it must have started in his prostate and just took the trip.
It's amazing anymore that anybody gets prostate cancer.
Well, if you ask Fedner, everybody gets it.
Well, he said, right.
Eventually.
As you age, sooner or later, you're going to get it. But to get it at an early age, it doesn't make any sense. If all you got to do is go in and get your ass reamed for a couple of seconds.
Guys won't do it.
And it's not really as bad as we make it out on the air.
No.
A lot of that's just for shtick. Yeah, well, mine's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's really not.
It doesn't hurt that bad. It really is. Is it uncomfortable? Yeah. Does it hurt to the point of screaming? No. It tickled me that one time. That was real. I don't know why, but he came at me slow, and just the transition time.
Did he tickle your sack first?
No.
Because that always makes me laugh.
It's the transition time of touching me to starting to hurt that it was just tickle. It made me laugh.
His ring finger didn't touch your sack?
No, it didn't. Nothing touched my sack. No, I was all bent over with my feet down like that.
Okay.
It's just, it's awkward, yes, but it's...
Well, and it doesn't take any time. And I'm not trying to sell prostate checkups because I can't stand it. And if Fedner didn't come in here, I don't know if I'd actually go.
Go to the office and actually do it. See, I have gone to his office and actually done it the first 2 or 3 times.
Speaking of, you're 50 now, JD.
Yes, I am. 51, actually. Trey, thanks for bringing it up.
It's time for colonoscopy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah. At 50.
No. What's that? What is that?
That's the camera that goes up in your ass.
No, we don't know. No.
Chuck, have you had one?
Sigmoidoscopy.
A what?
Sigmoidoscopy.
Yeah, they shove a sea monster in your ass.
I don't believe I like it.
I'm only laughing because I've been drinking. I really don't think there's any recollection afterwards.
Are you out for it?
Yeah.
Why do you have to have that at 51?
Can't they just do the colon cancer?
Can I? Okay, don't the PSA test doesn't get any of that?
No. You're actually going in and checking your entire intestines, right?
Yeah, for polyps.
See, I thought about getting a, what do they call it, colonic. I'd like to get one of those.
Well, that's not going to flush out any polyps.
I don't want a camera up there. That can't be fun.
It's not that big. It's not like they're taking a news crew, shoving it in your hole.
Ooh, we could arrange that, though.
Channel 4 can fly them in the room.
But you got to do it on the air.
You're asleep. They put you out?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to be put out around you people. Are you insane? I'd rather die of cancer.
I'll let you listen to a bedpan.
No.
You wake back up, everything's going to be fine.
No, it won't.
We'll plant a crepe myrtle in your ass.
No, it won't. Nothing will be fine.
We won't top it off.
And God knows.
Neil Sperry would be so excited.
Absolutely not. I'm never going to sleep around you people ever.
We're going to find out when you have it done, and we're showing up.
No, nothing, no. If anything ever happens to me, stroke or whatever, Joey has specific instructions on what to do to keep you people away.
And never.
You won't. No. She shipped me to another country. Don't even think about it. Yeah, I'm going to go to sleep in here. It's ridiculous to even say.
That would be one of the few times I do a remote. We could actually... My sinuses are crapping on me. Be one of the first times I broadcast from someplace. Do it from Fetner's office, go through the entire process.
Do you do it in the office or do it in a hospital? Because if you're asleep, normally you're in a hospital.
Chuck, where'd you go?
I did it in the doctor's office, but I didn't have the full thing.
Did they put you out?
No.
So you were awake the entire time the sea monster was in your ass?
Yeah, but they only do about a foot.
Why do they only do? Well, first of all,
there's two of them.
Only a foot.
There's two.
And what do they call your procedure?
Sigmoidoscopy.
Yeah.
No.
And they also need to do an endoscopy, which is where they put a tube down your throat.
What's that for?
To look at your stomach, see if you have ulcers or...
That was just for grins.
I'm sure I do at this point.
We need to shove anything in his pee hole?
No.
Probably arrange it.
No. That's why I ain't going to sleep in here. There'll be pictures all over the internet.
Call Fetner when we get off the air and see when JD needs to have his thing.
Oh, he needed to have it at 50, so he's a year and a half past due.
See when he can set it up.
We're not doing a remote there. You aren't not being around me when I'm asleep.
Yes.
No. Yeah. Absolutely, positively no.
God, the pictures we'll get.
Stop.
You're like it being in the Grand Canyon. Take my picture with this.
Oh, my God.
Good,
no,
man.
we're not doing this.
British tabloids are reporting that Gary Glitter has suffered a heart attack at the Vietnamese prison where he's currently serving time for having sex with
Actually, that's an old story. They came out and found out later he just had the squirts.
Yeah.
Because I think in fact, you can take him back off my Deadpool.
Okay. Alan Melvin, a.k.a. Sam the Butcher from the Brady Bunch, has died. He died of cancer last Thursday. He was 84. Alan Melvin also played Archie Bunker's friend, Marnie Hefner, on All in the Family.
That's very nice. Nasty.
Humpbacks.
It is the season. All right.
Nate Dogg suffered a stroke last month. His manager, Rod McGrew, confirmed that Nate had a mild stroke just before Christmas, and he's currently paralyzed on, of course, the left side of his body. According to allhiphop.com, Nate, who's only 39, was hospitalized from December 19th through the 26th, and he's now being treated at a rehab facility.
What is it, Trey?
I got him on my Deadpool list.
Wasn't a full-blown stroke, was it?
No, it's a stroke. A stroke is a stroke, but I mean...
Well, I mean, there are different levels of strokes.
Yeah. He can't walk or move the left side of his body.
Oh. Is he still going to go on tour?
Because I go see that.
What are you doing, Dan?
I'm having to make...
Well, let me see the Deadpool just so I can see what we got. How long before we need a break, Chloe?
Well, that's one of the things I need to get with everyone is find out who they have so far this year, who they kept, who they dropped off from last year.
I'm going to carry over.
All right, I've got Britney Spears, Christian Brando, Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, those are your new additions for 08.
Okay, does that have me at 10? Let me look.
But it just depends.
Are we doing 10 or 12?
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I got too many. All right. I took Dog the Bounty Hunter because I really thought he was going to... What are you laughing at?
Just whoever you drop is going to die tomorrow.
I want Gary Glitter.
Dan never wrote that down, so you can have him.
Okay.
And I'd already taken Amy Winehouse when you had taken Britney at the first of the year.
I thought I got Amy Winehouse.
No.
Oh, all right.
First day back from Christmas, Dan took it.
All right, so I got Britney Spears, Christian Brando, Rodney King, Andy Griffith, Neil Armstrong, Edward Furlong, the kid from Terminator. Why did I pick Alex Trebek?
He had some heart thing, but it was very minor, though. He was like back to work in a week or something.
All right. I'm dropping him.
Okay.
I'm going to get rid of Michael J. Fox.
Okay.
Why did I pick Ferlin Husky?
Other than the fact he's 97 years old, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't want him. Dog.
Did you keep or drop Dog?
I dropped Dog.
Okay.
You want him?
No, I was just asking.
Well, I marked off who I dropped.
Okay.
All right, JD, tell me which one of the ones you want to keep.
Let me look at them.
Obviously, you got Suzanne Plachette. You got that one, so you got 30 points right there. Tom Sizemore?
Yes.
Gary Busey?
Yes.
Nick Nolte?
Yes.
James Garner?
Yes.
B.B. King?
Yes.
Jerry Mathers?
Take him off.
Okay.
He'll die tomorrow.
Me?
No, take that off.
Okay. Gene Stapleton?
Definitely. Oh, Shelty?
I thought she was dead.
I thought she was dead, too.
No, I actually remember when he sent that initially, I checked. Supposedly, she's still alive.
Okay. Trey, who are you keeping?
Keeping Andy Griffith.
I got Andy Griffith. No? Did I just take him off? That doesn't make any difference. Who do you want?
Andy Griffith, Elizabeth Taylor, Annette Funicello, Estelle Getty, Jack Kevorkian.
Okay.
Lou Farrakhan, Pete Doherty.
Who's Pete Doherty?
Oh, he's that English singer. He's also a heroin addict.
Okay. Go ahead.
And Margaret Thatcher.
All right. Chloe, you want to keep your entire list since nobody died?
Just replace Jack Nicholson with Gary Glitter.
Okay.
And add John Jacob.
Something wrong with her?
Kind of.
Okay.
Everything else set.
All right. You guys can update the rest of that later.
Yeah. Everyone email me that stuff.
How we doing, Chloe?
Breaking 3.
Trey, why don't you go ahead and go back into Gavin's office with the cannon?
Okay.
Gavin, who's that in your office?
Debbie Henry.
Debbie, you may want to go home. Debbie?
What?
You may want to go home.
What are you... Debbie, you just... Seriously,
Debbie, I would really go home.
This is going to be... We got to leave. What?
Debbie, I would go home.
Yeah. No.
Debbie.
What?
Leave Gavin's office for a little while.
No, don't wait.
No! Debbie, I'm coming with you! I'm coming with you! Debbie! Debbie!
No! All right, somebody said something. I don't know what it was. Trey, come back in here. How'd it look?
Oh, my God.
Sounded impressive.
You really are insane. Did you mean for him to do that?
Yeah.
Nervous? Just squirting out biscuits.
Tide's coming in. Where was Gavin when you... I couldn't see... He came this way past the camera. I couldn't see where you were. His office is full of smoke.
He was running towards the door, so I put the cannon in there. Then I closed the door so he couldn't get out.
So you didn't blow it with you inside.
Oh, that would have been dangerous. Is he all right? Do we know where he is?
He's in his office waving his arms back and forth. Gavin.
Oh.
Gavin.
What?
What are you doing?
I want to go home.
How long before we need a break?
Minute.
You go ahead and break now. Somebody take the air purifier and take it in there.
Okay.
All right.
Jesus.
What was it? What was the glass? Well, you don't know because you weren't in there. Something broke in there.
I think it was that glass nameplate that you had gotten him.
Oh, that's all right.
Probably a couple of pictures, too.
Go take the purifier in there.
We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Hey, drop a load on him. When it comes to afternoons, nobody comes close. The Russ Martin Show. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
Nameplate and the glass from his...
How did it break the nameplate?
The percussion on that thing does, it probably... may have just knocked it off his desk. I don't know. But then the glass on that Bambino...
That broke?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to pay for that.
Why me?
You did.
Yeah.
You told me to.
You're a crazy bastard. Is this the audio?
Yes.
What cut? Just one?
Just one.
No! Debbie, I'm coming with you! Debbie!
I missed it. Let me try.
No! Debbie, I'm coming with you! Debbie! No!
Oh my God. All right. It's almost hard to listen to.
Yes.
No! Debbie, I'm coming with you! Debbie! No!
It sounded more muffled in there. All right, somebody said something. I don't know what.
Well, every other time we've heard it, it's been outdoors and it's been echoing off the buildings.
I would have thought it would have been more echoey in there.
But no.
Because the one outside.
The one outside, again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Come back inside, please.
You're bouncing it off all these walls out there. There's nothing but reflection on the sound. Indoors, it's going to be more muffled.
Oh. Well, that was a waste.
Yeah. You could have killed a man. He already has hearing problems. He does.
I'm pretty sure Russ solved those.
No, he's created most of them.
I don't think he was anywhere in the line of fire when it went off. I couldn't see him.
I hope not.
He's still alive.
Oh, well, whoopee.
Well, he would have been injured had he been in the line of fire.
And that thing actually blows a flame out. Is it really a flame?
Yeah. A
couple of feet?
I'd say 5, 6, probably.
Because I still haven't seen it go off.
Yeah.
So when we did it last night, Trey put a box over it, and the box just disintegrated.
Yeah, I want to see it go off one time.
Parking lot still full of cars?
I can run look real fast.
We were just out there. The first 4 or 5 spaces are open.
Anybody next door?
I didn't look. They were not last night. I know that.
Well, it was a holiday.
Yeah.
Dan, go through a few stories. Trey, go check the parking lot. Chloe, get the wireless mic and the headphones ready. We'll do it again. Did you want to watch this time, John?
I would love to see it, actually, yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Dan.
Terrell Owens is not going anywhere. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones said that he will pay Owens a $3 million bonus due in March, essentially guaranteeing the wide receiver a spot on the team's 2000.
Did he only have a 1-year contract?
No, it was a 2-year. So this was the end of his second year, and then
he's already been here for a year and a half.
Actually, I want to say his contract was for 3 years, but it's one of those almost like an option on the third year.
I didn't realize he'd been here that long. I thought he just started this past year.
No, remember we had the first year where he was a pain in the ass, and then this year he's a lot better. That's 2 years.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
So anyway, Owens' status for the Cowboys wasn't as certain at this point in 2007. He'd had a tumultuous first season in Dallas, had suffered a finger injury that required 2 off-season surgeries. Building a close working relationship with the quarterback Tony Romo, Owens had a banner season this year with 81 catches for 1,355 yards and 15 touchdowns. He also generated far less off-field controversy and fit better into the team framework under new head coach Wade Phillips.
How's the parking lot look?
It's clear.
Okay. We'll give it another few minutes and then we'll go.
Okay.
We'll do it at the end of the show.
According to a large study of veterans that applies to black men as well as white men, the more fit you are, the longer you're likely to live. The Veterans Affairs.
Well, there's no reason to follow up.
The Veterans Affairs researchers found that the highly fit men in the study had half the risk of death as those who were least fit. Being very highly fit cut the risk even more by 70%.
Who pays for that crap?
Who cares?
What a waste.
You know what? Go ahead and go blow one out now. It's been kind of a slow half hour.
Do you want to watch it?
JD wants to watch, and then maybe we'll do it again at the very end, and I can watch it. You left the cannon in Gavin's office. Here are the shells.
All right. Microphone's on. Test.
Hang on. Try it.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
All right.
Headphones are very loud. Okay. This is going to be cool. All right, you guys get out of here.
Who's down there?
Got some standing. Some promo kids at the back door.
Don't tell them what you're doing.
Oh, okay. I was going to... okay.
Who's out there?
A couple people moving their cars. Hold on. Let me get closer.
Sounds like Michael Roos laughing.
Yeah, that was Michael Roos.
Imagine that.
Okay, Trey's putting it down about 5 feet from the where the concrete starts to the parking lot starts.
All right.
Okay.
Where are you standing?
I'm right at the door.
Okay, so he's how far from you?
12 feet.
Okay. Is anybody around in a dangerous spot?
Let me look. No, let me see. Anybody's over there smoking. Oh, we got one of these smoking. It'll be okay.
Okay.
Everybody's clear. Everybody's clear.
Hang on, let me record this.
Hold on. Okay. Is this starting to break up a little bit? You want to move back a little bit? There it is. That's better. Okay. Wait, Trey.
Hang on a second. Wait.
Waiting for it. Wait. Everybody wait. Everybody, hold on.
Can't plug those in. They go right there.
Wait.
Hang on, I got to switch the panel on the console so I can actually record this.
Okay. You have to unplug these two?
No, just plug them in where I was trying to plug them in.
Well, they couldn't because they're both innies.
Well, they plugged those in their spot.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Everybody wait. What? What did you say?
Nothing. Don't do anything yet.
Oh, there's somebody coming out.
Good.
Okay,
somebody what?
Coming out of the other building, but they're way far away.
That's because it wasn't light.
What a light.
All right.
We are ready in the parking lot, correct?
Yeah, we're ready.
Russ, are you ready?
Go ahead.
He says, go ahead.
Return.
That is so cool. That is just beyond cool. And yeah, you can feel I was standing up.
Did you actually feel the concussion?
Oh yeah, and it's pointing away from me, and I'm 5 feet inside the door, and I could feel it's like somebody slapped you in the face.
Hang on. What's the matter, Trey?
Nothing.
What's the matter?
I just heard someone yelling, so.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need a break before Lycus?
Nope, straight in Lycus.
You're a bitch.
Go straight in right now. To Lycus, he's on early.
Yeah, well, here's what it sounded like.
I probably screamed.
All right.
We are ready in the parking lot, correct?
Yeah, we're ready.
Russ, are you ready?
Go ahead.
He says, go ahead.
Return.
That is awesome. He's right. It's about 4 or 5 foot flame.
And that cannon doesn't recoil at all?
No, it didn't move. Well, he had it jammed up against the, this time against the curb.
Well, I want to see it, but I have to go home.
I think we should wait a few minutes. Let's calm down.
Who was it that screamed? Was it somebody from our lot or next door?
I do not know. I heard it as I was picking up the cannon and running.
Oh. Okay. One more time.
All
right.
We are ready in the parking lot, correct?
Yeah, we're ready.
Russ, are you ready?
Go ahead.
He says, go ahead.
Return.
You're commanding officer. Fire. Cease fire.
All right, Dan, read something in that, Chuck. You get ready.
Almost a year ago, Puff Daddy was accused of punching a man in the jaw at an after party following last year's Academy Awards. 27-year-old man named Gerard Ritznitzer claimed that Puffy tried to hit on his fiancée while he was in the bathroom. When he came back, he told Puffy to back off. Puffy has always denied that anything had happened, and his lawyer said the accusations were baseless. But last Wednesday, new court documents were filed on the case, and 4 witnesses have come forward who support Gerard's claims. All 4 say they saw Puffy hit Gerard hard enough at least to make him fall backwards against a taxi. The witnesses say the attack was unprovoked. There's still no official word on how much Gerard is seeking in the suit. All we know is that the amount is more than $25,000.
Anybody else see it other than Puffy's people?
Well, yeah, the 4 witnesses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he'll eat that one.
$25,000 to him.
No, it's at least that.
Well, yeah.
He shoves me, I'm going to get $1 million.
Oh, I thought you shouldn't get it.
Oh, no. 25 is nothing to him.
How many times he hit him?
Just the one.
You say knock him down?
They knocked him back up against a taxi.
Yeah.
You always fall down, regardless of what happens. I told Chloe, anytime you guys go out, any stunt that you're pulling, if you're dropping off something and somebody comes out and grabs you, you drop to the ground and lay there until the ambulance gets there.
Gosh.
Trey, why don't you go check the parking lot?
Do I have the red shirt on?
Just go look and see if anybody's out there.
Okay.
Good.
Go ahead, Ensign Trey.
Good, Dan.
As expected, the official autopsy report on Ike Turner says that he died of a cocaine overdose, but it also lists hypertensive cardiovascular disease and emphysema as significant contributing factors. Ike, the former husband and, of course, musical partner of Tina Turner, died on December 12th at the age of 76. Are movies like Hannibal and the remake of Halloween, which serve up murder and mutilation as routine fare, actually making the nation safer? A paper presented by 2 researchers over the weekend to the annual meeting of the American Economic Association challenges the conventional wisdom.
What?
They're police.
Chuck. Chuck! Dan.
BlowMeUpTom.com.
All right.